push the button.
Okay, well, hopefully we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to What the Quest. I am your quest master tonight, Stu Popp. And we will be playing Paranoia, the game of clones that definitely aren't mutants or members of secret societies at all. Nope, definitely not.
That would be treason.
Of course not.
No.
Before we get going, of course, we would like to acknowledge that we are privileged to record this show on the unceded traditional Coast Salish lands, including the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam nations. Why doesn't everyone introduce themselves again? We have a guest quester tonight.
Who?
Well, that'd be you,
Who could
Ellen.
it be?
Me.
That's you.
That's me. I'm Ellen. Hello. Sometimes I play games on Twitch, and sometimes I play D&D with the Critical Hit Show. But tonight I am here, and I am a first iteration of clone. What a day. Oh, sometimes they let me be on TV. People think that one's cool. I act sometimes.
I like how they
That's
let
right.
you be on TV. That's like
Praying Hell Prisoner. Praying Hell, was it Praying
Yeah.
Hell Prisoner Woman? Praying Hell Woman?
Yeah, the Praying
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
Prisoner in Supernatural, my original claim to fame.
Well, thanks for joining us for this fun one-shot.
Thank you for having me.
And, of course, we have some of our regular questers. We got Eric Fell.
Hello, I'm Eric Fell. I am playing Chuck R. Finger.
Very nice.
We've got Joanna Gaskell.
Yes, and I am playing Joanna R. Skull. SKL. Joanna R. SKL. Yeah. And I'm just a troubleshooter, just like everyone else.
Just like everyone else.
Just
like everyone else.
We've got Taylor Ramon.
yeah, I'm Taylor Ramon, and I'm playing Taylor R-M-O-N. Taylor Armon, like a Pokemon, I think.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We've got to catch all of your clones.
And I am a clone troubleshooter. Nothing weird about me.
Nope.
Nope,
Nope, nothing about any of
nothing
us.
weird about any of us. Why would
We're
there be?
so generic. Ugh.
Clones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive in. You all awake in a white room. You see 3 other people in the room, other than yourself. All of
Hello.
you appear to be naked, but there's also like pixelation over all of your bits. And
that's
when you look
handy.
down, you also see that you yourself are also pixelated.
But not in CGA, right?
And also in the room.
Wait, that doesn't happen normally?
I mean,
Uh-oh. I gotta call somebody.
you're not really sure. You know a few things. Some of the secrets that I sent you before. You are aware of those. But
Okay.
mostly you're not quite sure what you're doing here. You know you're a resident of Alpha Complex, which is the last surviving bastion of humanity, saved by the computer who runs perfectly Alpha Complex. There's never any problems. Computer is perfect. They don't make mistakes.
They
I
don't
love
make
the
mistakes.
computer.
I also love Friend Computer.
Yes.
Yeah, but I love him more.
Oh, fight me.
That's an interesting, almost overcompensation. But
I just wanted
We
to
all-
let everybody know. That's all.
Mm.
It's also
passion
worth
is
noting
noted.
in the room there's a white table, and on it there are 4 red jumpsuits, and 4 red laser pistols.
I would like to be the
Oh.
second person to take one of each.
I would be third.
4th.
I'll just take stuff. I guess this is mine. No, sure. I'll be the first person to grab the stuff. Whatever.
Right.
Interesting.
You grab your jumpsuit and put it on, followed by Chuck,
Everybody else.
followed by Ellen, followed by Joanna.
All right.
The doors fly open, and in walks a person in a in an orange jumpsuit, which you know means that they are ranked higher than you.
They're one.
This is John O1-0. and he looks at Joanna and says, "Interesting, last person to put on their jumpsuit," and just makes a note on a clipboard that he has.
Yeah, just ready to go though. Ready to go right now. What's the deal, boss? What's the plan?
Well, you ask a lot of questions.
Eager, and he writes that down on the checkboard as well. And then says, "All right, troubleshooters, line up."
Come on, everybody, let's go. Line up.
I will be the second person to line up.
I'll line
I
up
wanna be in
with
the middle.
everybody else.
I will line up on
I'm
one
gonna be in
end.
the front this time because
That kind of line. Oh, it's a side-by-sidey line.
I'm making
Alright,
it.
so
I'm making it a front line.
Who among you thought it was a side-by-side line?
Me.
And lined up according to that pattern?
I'm beside people.
I'm an innovator.
All right. So Joe, this John looks at you and says, "So you think you're better than everyone else? Lining up differently?"
No, there's absolutely no way I could ever be better than anyone else. I am the same as everyone else. Completely generic, and it's wonderful.
All right, you're going to need to make some sort of check to convince
Fuck.
John about this.
Roll your first skill check to get in a line. We're gonna die.
Jesus Christ, I knew this wasn't going to go well. Okay, so what do I have to roll on this?
Well, you can look at what sort of
I
stat you
have.
want to use and what skill you would like to use in this case.
Okay, all right. I mean, I have a really high charm, and that feels like something I could use here. And then I add that to a stat, right? So that's a skill, and
Yeah.
I could add it to what?
Feels
what
like
is-
chutzpah might be a good
yeah.
one.
Not entirely sure what chutzpah is, but that's what I'm going to use.
It's like moxie. It's chutzpah.
Okay. But-
Although in
It's
this
like
game,
Moxie,
chutzpah
right?
and Moxie
Moxie is a different thing.
Oh, okay. Man,
I
Well-
think chutzpah is it's like charisma as a
okay.
Yeah.
as a stat. Although stealth falls under chutzpah.
It's like
I've said too much.
toning. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, sure. So chutzpah and
Confidence.
Okay. And that's so that's 5 plus 1, so it's 6. So 6 die, and plus I roll the computer die, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so 5s and 6s are successes. So I have 1, 2, 3 successes
3 successes.
and 3 failures, and the computer die is a 2.
Okay. So it just matters about successes because you had pause
Okay.
number of the dice. Unfortunately, you needed more than that. So John is not convinced. He says, "Sounds like something a traitor might say. You seem like you're overcompensating." And he pulls out an orange laser pistol and shoots you, which gives you the the condition of dead. So you can mark off a clone.
Love it.
And a panel in the wall opens up, and like sliding out of a chute is a new, fresh clone, kind of covered in that clone goo of Joanna. And then another panel opens up, and just like slumping out of that is a new red jumpsuit.
Okay.
And a new red laser pistol.
So
So-
can my new clones like remember what the old clones went through, or no?
Okay, so the thing is, they're not supposed to, but you
Okay.
definitely do.
Okay. Okay.
But to everyone else, of course, the new clone is completely free of any defects of the previous clone. And also, you probably shouldn't discuss defects about previous clones because, again, the computer doesn't make mistakes.
There
So
are
there's
no defects.
a defect clone is impossible.
I'd also like to point out that this clone here is once again the last person to get dressed.
That is
Stop
true.
it.
Do you point that out to John, or do you just think that?
I just think it. I think it
Okay.
real good. Hello.
All right, so
Okay.
Joanna, your new clone, I imagine you get dressed and just quickly join the line.
Yes, quietly with my eyes in a neutral position.
Perfect. All right, so John mentions, she says, "All right, now that you're all ready to be briefed," and he kind of just gives a bit of a glare at the new Joanna clone. He's like, we have a bit of a problem in sector POL North. There is.
Is it about presents?
Why would it be about presents?
From the POL North,
What do you know?
the homeland of gifts. I
Well,
only know what friend
that seems
computer
like
has
an
given me.
unauthorized legend. Of course, the only thing in POL North is citizens.
Citizens
computer.
in the computer.
And someone using an unauthorized amount of electricity.
Oh.
But that's unauthorized.
Yeah. So why would you think that there are presents and some sort of magical land in POL North? Who have you been talking to, Clone?
I didn't say anything about magical land. You said something about magical land.
All right, you're going to need to make a check here as well to convince him that he said the thing you said.
Yeah, well, I only said presents. I didn't say magic in my own defense. But, I guess chutzpah and bluff?
That sounds about right.
That's 6, plus the computer die is 7.
Okay. Roll it up.
Whoop. Okay, that is 3 successes. The computer die is a 1. Does that matter? That feels like it's bad.
No, that doesn't matter.
Cool.
I'm going to say you succeed on this one. And he says, oh, okay, well, I must have... I don't know, that seems odd. Anyways, he says, I didn't say anything. You're all crazy. He just kind of waves it off and he says, don't question me. I outrank you. He's got a little bit of a flop sweat. Anyways, troubleshooters, what we need you to do is go find out who is using the unauthorized amount of electricity in POL North and, troubleshoot them.
Yeah, we
And
can
of course,
do that
if
again,
you,
right?
should you spot any other traitors or mutants along the way, of course, mutants don't exist, but should you find any of those non-existent mutants, also feel free to troubleshoot that.
You can count on us to shoot the trouble.
All trouble will be shot.
Excellent. Be on your way. You can take the tram to POL North, and good luck to all of you. May the computer shine upon you.
And on you.
And also with
May
you.
the computer shine upon us.
I'm the second person to get on the tram.
I'm like, let's everybody get on the tram together.
Listen, kids,
This will be fine. No, nobody will die this time.
This is how to
Wow,
survive
that's a
high
weird thing to
school.
say.
Yes.
Why would anybody die?
Why
Yeah,
would there
why
be an
would you say
anticipation
that?
of
Oh,
something
we're all
good?
gonna die.
What? No. I am very happy to be living in this land. Aren't you?
All right,
Oh,
so while
yeah,
you're
always.
discussing,
I'm happy.
while
I mean,
you're discussing how happy you are and trying to figure out how you're going to get on the tram, a little hologram of a paperclip, which is one of the avatars often used by the computer, pops up and says, "You seem to be having trouble lining up. Would you like some help with that?"
Yes, of course we would, because the computer
Yes.
knows everything.
Now, hold on, Stu. Now, did you say, does that appear on a monitor or in real life?
It's Clippy.
a
real
hologram.
Inside our
In real life?
eyeballs.
It may be inside your eyeballs, much like the pixelation that you saw.
I believe that might be a mutant.
Okay, so
Is it something
so the
I
rest
can
of you,
shoot with my laser gun?
you can absolutely attempt to shoot it with your laser gun.
Okay, and what would I do?
Pew, pew.
That would
Guns.
probably be violence plus guns, yeah.
Okay, so I have a +1 to violence and a -2 to guns. How many dice do I roll?
You would roll 1 dice plus the computer dice, and any failures will be subtracted from your total successes.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 1 on the die and a 5 on the computer die.
That is 0 successes. So you go to shoot, and you notice that your laser won't shoot because it says illegal target, because you were trying to target the computer. which is of course illegal. And all of a sudden, a bunch of like red lights start flashing everywhere, and it says "Traitor alert! Traitor alert!" And you all get private messages across your eyes which say, "Troubleshoot the traitor."
I will troubleshoot
Nice.
the traitor right
I
now.
will troubleshoot. Yeah, let's all
Yeah.
troubleshoot this guy.
Bang!
Yeah,
Hello.
shoot Chuck.
All right, so you're all going to need to make violence gun checks,
Violence and guns.
except for Eric, who I mean, unless you're troubleshooting the traitor.
Absolutely.
Or
I'm
doing
Violence
something
and
to-
guns. Violence
I am
and
faithful.
guns.
And the computer die? Do we roll the computer die here?
You always roll the computer die.
Always. Computer's always with us.
And the negatives count against our successes, right? Or the failures count against our successes?
If you have a negative score to this.
Oh,
yeah.
if you have a neg. Oh, I got it. Okay.
I have nothing. It's a 0.
All right, so you miss with your
Ah, the power.
shot. You miss Eric, or sorry, Chuck.
I have 2 successes, but I got a 6 on my computer die, which I know is
Okay.
when fun things happen.
And Taylor, you
I got a so I roll 2 dice, the violent one for the die, 1 die for the violence, 1 die for the guns.
Mhm.
And I got an 8 on guns, and I got a 4 for violence, and then I rolled a 2 on the computer die.
how'd you get an 8 on guns?
I have a +2.
Oh, so you roll 2 dice for guns. So you add
Oh,
your 2 scores together,
okay.
and then roll that number of dice plus the computer dice.
Okay.
And then any 5s or 6s are successes.
Okay, so I got a 1 success and 1 failure.
Okay, and your total score was a positive number, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 1 success. Failures don't
success.
matter unless you have a minus.
Okay.
Was the computer dice a 6 by any
It was a
chance?
2.
2? Okay. So you, that's going to be 4 total hits against Eric, which means his clone is dead, is vaporized. There are also a bunch of lasers come out from the walls because the computer is helping the threat against itself. And then the little like Clippy turns to Joanna and says, "That's some mighty fine shooting. You're my #1 troubleshooter." And a little holographic badge appears on your jumpsuit that says #1 troubleshooter, and a little floating crown spins above your head.
Oh.
It's really nice, and it makes everyone else envious of you. And the badge does look like it's was like physically, like it was almost 3D printed there. It seems like a physical object that perhaps you could steal if you were good enough, you know.
Oh.
Just, I mean, you know, throwing that out there for no real reason.
Well, that's pretty nice, but I guess we got to be careful so we don't all die and get yep, because I mean, there's no mistakes, and yep. Let's keep going. Let's all get on this.
A hole in
On the train.
a hole in the roof opens, and a fresh Chuck clone who is just clutching an orange jumpsuit and red laser just falls out. The jumpsuit's a little covered in clone goo, same with the laser, but they're functional.
Did you say orange?
Sorry, red.
Okay.
Red, not orange.
Just wanted to be clear. Wait a minute, the computer doesn't make mistakes.
It's an orangish red, but it definitely, on the back, it says this is a red jumpsuit.
Hello.
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 I'm very happy
Hello.
to meet you.
Hello. Thank you.
Why don't you get on? I think you should get on this tram.
Let's all get on the tram.
I am the third
Tram,
person to
tram.
get on the tram.
Ugh.
All right, you all get on the tram in an orderly fashion without too much discussion, with the watchful eye of the computer clip.
Oh yes, computer clippy.
And the tram takes off, headed towards Sector POL North. Do you do anything while you are on the tram? Would you like to have any conversations with your fellow troubleshooters? Do you just want to stare ahead blankly until the ride is over?
What does the inside of the tram look like?
It is a pretty generic, kind of futuristic looking tram. Lots of white molded plastic. white molded benches. Not a lot of cushioning, because if you're comfortable, then you're not alert to detect mutants or traitors.
Is
Right.
is it clean?
Yeah, of course. It's
How
very
clean?
clean. Impeccably clean.
No scratches or scuff marks or graffiti or anything?
Are you? What's your purpose really? Are you looking for mistakes that the computer might make, or are you looking for signs of traitors?
I'm looking for signs of traitors. I would never look for mistakes a computer might make. I would be looking forever, for there are none.
No, in this particular tram, there do not appear to be any odd things. Though I guess if you have a skill, if you want to sort of look deeper, we could roll that and see if you find any secrets.
That would be brains. And what would the skill be for that?
Let me just have a look at character sheet. I'm going to run and grab a physical character sheet. So
Yeah, because I'm not seeing
keep looking
anything
stuff.
like nothing perception-y. I see.
I'll be
Maybe
right back.
bureaucracy? Would it be?
Or engineer, I guess, because it's like a tram.
Did
Science.
Stu die? Where's Stu?
He's gone.
Stu's.
You're
I
alone. Rebel.
thought Stu was
Yeah.
assumed into computer heaven. Maybe science. Maybe a brains and science to look for.
Let's see. I'm gonna say brains and alpha complex so that you can spot anything that might not be regulation on this
Got it.
tram.
Okay. So that would be a 1 and 1 for me. I have a -4
Oh no.
and a +1 for
Yeah.
brains. So I got a 3 on my die and a 4 on the computer die.
So you don't find anything, basically. Yeah, it seems like a perfectly regulation, clean tram. Whoever is doing the cleaning is doing their job to specifications.
That's wonderful news.
I'm going to address Taylor Armand. So, Taylor Armand, how are you finding this task?
I mean, as long as we work as a team, I think we're gonna come out on top.
On top of what?
Well, I mean, we're gonna succeed with our task, as computer has decided. We'll do great as long as we all work together.
Okay. Just checking.
Why are you suspicious of me? I mean, I've been nothing but positive, and my character, you can see they have like a snot running down their face that they like wipe on their jumpsuit. Maybe you're suspicious because you're up to something.
I just feel like you're talking a lot, that's all. You're also a little filthy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the computer doesn't make any mistakes, so maybe I'm just supposed to be filthy.
Maybe there's a reason for the nose drip.
Like a
I mean-
mutation, perhaps?
No, I don't think that's a mutation.
There's
Does,
no such
does
thing
your
as
nose not drip?
There's no such thing as mutant. Why would that be a mutation? Why would
That-
anybody?
yeah,
why would
there's
anybody
no
think that there's
mutants
mutants?
That seems suspicious. Somebody's rambling about mutants over there.
Oh, I was stating that they were non-existent, and why anyone would even bring them up, Joanna Gaskell.
I was
Is-
just testing
That seems
you.
suspicious.
I was testing you all because I am the best troubleshooter, as indicated by this crown and this badge that I have. So I'm just keeping all the rest of you in line. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm just smiling and staring at the back of the plastic seat in front of me.
A wise choice, I think. Yeah. generally.
My troubleshooter scratches his beard and it goes along to staring and feeling confident and Going, not saying or doing anything unusual.
Right, as you all continue to not do anything suspicious, the tram slows to a stop. The regulation bing bong goes off. It's very pleasing. It has been programmed to be 67% pleasing to everyone. 100% pleasing had caused all kinds of problems. There was, but we don't talk about that.
Oh man, so many
It's
messes to
less
clean
clean
up.
after that.
Yeah.
I leave the tram second.
I will leave the
Okay.
tram first because I am proud to be doing the job that the computer has given me, and I wish to get it done in an efficient manner.
I leave the train third, I suppose.
I will just leave the tram. I will mind the gap as I leave the
I mean,
tram.
there's no one here watching you except the computer, which is always watching.
Always.
Of
So you
course.
don't see any cameras for it to be watching.
Thank the computer.
There's a good chance it's not watching. And you are now in Sector POL North. There is a doorway in front of you that is marked Welcome Foyer.
I feel welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Let's
you
all
say
go in there.
welcome foyer? Welcome?
Yeah. It's donating like what is behind those doors is the Welcome Foyer.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Let's all head in there.
After you.
Oh, of course. And I go in there with everybody else.
Yes.
All right. You all head in a nice orderly fashion.
I head in second.
The sight you see inside, which I assume, I guess Taylor sees first, is horrifying. There is a clone who, all of you know your names because they're floating above your head. Just that was a detail I missed before. But you see a clone whose name is Joy R.N.O.L. Seems to be hanging unauthorized vegetation. It looks like small spiky leaves with green leaves with a little like white edge around it, and red berries.
Well,
They
if
are
they're
hanging
red,
out
they've got
all
clearance.
over the entrance foyer.
Oh, this
Excuse me. Can I talk to
does
them?
not meet regulation.
You can absolutely talk to them.
Excuse me. That appears to be unauthorized foliage usage.
They turn to you and just excitedly exclaim, "No, of course, no. This is the holiday party. I'm part of the party planning committee. We're just setting up some nice holiday foliage." She keeps using this word "holiday," which is not a word you've heard before.
I don't recognize holiday as a permitted term for us to use.
She's like, "Well, maybe not in sector MCN where you're from, but here in POL North, we love the holidays." And she laughs nervously.
I don't understand that word. However, the berries are a nice color, and the berries themselves do have clearance as they are red, like our jumpsuits, our beautiful, perfect jumpsuits.
Yeah, yes, John, kind of catching on. She says, "Yeah, of course," which means that the green leaves also have clearance, and even higher clearance than any of us. She is also wearing a red jumpsuit.
Maybe it's not for us to question this, since it is featured red and she is rank above us.
I would say you guys would probably know that vegetation can't have a rank. Only humans have ranks in Alpha Complex.
Wait a
and
minute.
vegetation is generally just not seen outside of books that might be seditious and talk about the outside.
Oh.
And to bring the outside inside would be to suggest that the inside is somehow lacking things from the outside.
Oh,
yes, this seems like it is not correct. This does not compute for me.
Wait, you are computing? Only the computer can compute.
I'm going to kill Joy.
That feels like blasphemy. Blasphemy.
I'm going to need you first to make a violence athletics roll to see if you can react faster than Joy, who is also drawing her red laser pistol.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. Athletics plus violence. That's 5. Plus the computer die. Yeah, no successes.
All right. So she draws her laser pistol and shoots you. And you, I'm going to say you're just maimed. She shoots off your arm.
Oh, okay.
You are bleeding heavily from your arm and will die soon.
Okay.
What's everyone else doing?
I want to shoot the leaves.
Okay. That's not going to take any skill at all. You shoot the leaves.
Pew, pew, pew.
The individual plants that you shoot start
Pew.
disintegrating. Even the green parts, which proves that they don't have green clearance. Otherwise, your red laser wouldn't affect them.
They were masquerading as a rank they had not earned.
Joy is going to shoot another one of you because you're not trying to kill her.
Pew, 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 pew.
So she is going to attempt to shoot Taylor, unless Taylor can react faster. You see Taylor, she points her gun at you.
I'm gonna point my red laser pistol at her.
Okay.
Using my guns and violence.
Fire away.
Okay, so I'm still confused about that. We use 1 die plus, and if we have a plus to anything, we add more dice on top of that?
Yeah, so you're going to use violence, so whatever your violence number is.
Yeah, plus 1.
And then you're going to add your gun number to that.
Plus 2.
So that's 3, and then you always add an extra dice for the computer.
Of course. So I got 5s all around on my guns and violence, but I did get a 6 for the computer roll.
Okay. You blast this clone away. She screams. Some pamphlets fly out of her jumpsuit as she disintegrates. And she drops the bag of holly that she was holding.
I shoot it.
You shoot the bag of holly.
Bang!
And
Good work, team.
one of the walls just turns into the giant eye of the computer, and it says, "Nice shooting."
Thank you,
Yeah.
computer.
So,
I'm doing it for.
However, I
for
noticed
the
that
glory
there
of the
is some. And you know what? I think he's like, "That's such fine shooting." I think you're my new #1 troubleshooter. A like mechanical hand descends out of the ceiling, grabs the badge off of Joanna's dying body, who is bleeding out, and takes and pins it gently on Taylor's jumpsuit. And a new little like holographic crown appears above your head.
Is there any first aid that I can apply to myself?
No.
No.
I guess if you had a standard issue med kit, you could attempt to do so.
But I do not.
With a brain science roll.
Someone
could try to brain science just to stem the bleeding.
I'll try to brain science. I've got a +3 to science and a +1 to brain.
As you're doing it, I'm going to get you to roll because you're doing the thing you're saying you're doing. But as you are doing it, the computer eye kind of trains itself on you and says, "Troubleshooter, why are you attending to that defective clone when you should be taking down this unauthorized vegetation?" Roll the medicine. Yeah. Elle's just going wild, shooting all those vegetation.
Yeah, I'm now also shooting the vegetation.
My response is, if I stem the bleeding, this clone here can also shoot vegetation, therefore increasing our efficiency. Hello.
Without an arm, that clone won't be able to properly aim their weapon.
Which arm's missing?
I gotta say it's the left arm. But of course, proper Alpha Complex protocol for how to aim your weapon is a proper two-handed shooting stance.
Do I have another action before I die?
Oh, I shoot Joanna.
Oh, give me another action before I die.
the Shakespeare action where you get to do something before you die.
Yeah. Is there any more vegetation that is still around?
Oh, there's so much in here.
So much. Okay.
The halls of this foyer are truly decked with holly.
Okay. This particular clone is mutated, so she's gonna light it on fire.
Whoa.
Okay, so you're gonna need to spend some moxie to do that. And if you're trying to get all of the vegetation in one go,
I'll just go
you're
for a
gonna need
large
to
chunk.
Okay, so I'm gonna say for a large chunk, it's gonna be 3 moxie you're gonna have to spend.
Okay. Now, how much moxie do I have to start with?
You have 8.
I have 8. Okay. So I'm spending 3.
Refreshes with every clone, of course, so you can spend.
Perfect. Oh, well, then I'll spend it all.
All right.
All in.
The room fills with fire.
My body.
Which extends from the one good hand of this clone. And I think probably so you're also going to roll 5 hey, let's do 8. It suggests the limit of 5, but I can do what I want on the computer. You roll 8 d6 and just let me know how many ones you get.
Okay. Three ones.
All right. So just ignite all this holly. The room is now on fire. The holly didn't burn up just immediately. It's a pretty waxy plant as well, so it's going to burn smokily in this room. Also, the fire extends up your arm and burns your clone alive with 3 mishaps on that mutant skill check.
Okay.
Now, in all of this, so this is the computer, like the eye is watching us.
It's like on the wall, like one wall is just like has become a screen.
Is that eye? Am I facing that eye, or is my back to the eye?
I think you're facing that eye.
Okay.
Because you were talking to the computer.
Yes.
So.
And then I turn so that I'm no longer facing the eye, and I give a wink to Joanna.
As I'm burning to death?
The computer continues to address. He says, "Clone Chuck Arfinger, were you aware that you were attempting to save the life of a mutant?"
I shoot Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes.
Chuck, you see Elle turning towards you to laser pistol draw.
Wait a minute. Pooh.
I shoot Elle.
All right, I think you can both roll your violence gun checks against each other.
Okay. Which is 4 and the computer is 5. I have 1 5. And the computer dice is 3.
I have 1 6 and the computer dice is 5.
All right, so that's 2 successes for Chuck. So Elle is now injured. Chuck is hurt from these grazing laser blasts. Taylor, what are you doing in this chaos?
I'm gonna shoot both of them.
Okay. Roll first to shoot Elle, and then roll to shoot Chuck.
Ah.
Oh well, I didn't get any successes trying to shoot L,
Because I'm innocent.
and
The
I got
lasers know.
1 for the computer die, and then I'll try to shoot Chuck, and I got 1 success for shooting Chuck, and then the computer die is a 4.
All right, so you maim Chuck. You cut him off at the knee. So that is what Chuck is dealing with now.
And I say, computer, these clones are injured. I am simply trying to, be efficient in our removal of the, forbidden foliage.
Says, hey,
These clones are no longer efficient.
The voice just sounds really happy anytime it talks to you. It says, hey, whatever you say, you're my number 1 troubleshooter. And a little finger guns comes from the robot hand in the ceiling.
Since I am uninjured, I am going to try and duck behind any sort of furniture that's in here.
Yeah,
I will take care of these inefficient clones for the computer.
I would like to do a brick job.
I like
to
your
set the rest on
initiative.
fire.
The computer does address Chuck again. and says, "You still haven't answered my question, troubleshooter. All your incessant screaming of pain is not recognized as an appropriate answer."
Oh, I was not aware that Joanna Gaskell was a mutant because mutants do not exist.
Clearly they do. You just saw one in front of you.
Mutants exist.
Ignorance is not an
I shoot
answer. Is
Joanna.
not an appropriate answer.
Oh, I got 2s for both.
Yeah, you miss. It's like, and now you're just deliberately missing a dead body that is in front of you.
Okay.
He says, "Look up." A hole opens in the ceiling, and literally an anvil falls out. You can attempt to avoid it. I'm going to
Does
say
it
you
say
have
Acme on it? I hope
a
it's
-3 to this from being maimed. But you can. I can say this is going to be brains and athletics.
Okay. So it's a -3.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to do a 1 and the computer die.
Fantastic.
A 4 on the regular die and a 2 on the computer die.
Right. Unfortunately, you don't get out of the way of the anvil in time. Your only thought is kind of just like, "Oh, hey, that's an anvil. How do I know what an anvil is?" And then you're
Nice.
crushed.
Oh, jam.
Chuck jam.
Taylor, are you still trying to shoot L?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
No.
1 success, and the computer die got a 6.
Ah, another one.
Okay. I was going to say the computer takes off, but he's going to stick around and give you a hand as a bunch of mechanical arms come out of the ground on the wall and the ceiling and just kind of hold L in place as you shoot her.
Oh.
Nice.
Ah. Ah.
And then as the smoke kind of thickens in this room, the computer goes like, "Hey, buddy, I think you can take care of the rest. I'll see you later." And all of the mechanical arms sort of wave and then retract into the ground. Just in time as several holes in the ceiling open up and fresh new clones of your fellow troubleshooters all drop out.
Hello.
With a nice
Hello.
friendly
Hi.
thud on the ground.
I come out second.
Wow. This room is on fire.
We should
Oh.
probably leave this room immediately as all together.
Is there another exit to this room?
Yeah, there's a couple hallways leading off of the room. There's
Is all
one-
the foliage burning up as well?
foliage is burning up. Yeah, now some of the plastic things on the walls are starting to catch fire. A bit of the furniture that was sort of around the walls has started to burn.
Hey, there's fire.
There is fire. We should evacuate to one of the halls. Let the fire cleanse the forbidden plant out of this room.
The fire is orange, which means it does have higher clearance than us.
This is true. Let's all go together down the right hallway.
I go second.
Brisk jog.
Well, you do have the little crown and badge of the top troubleshooter, so I will follow you.
I don't think that crown is little at all. I think it's the appropriate size.
I appreciate your comments. The computer doesn't make mistakes. Of course, this crown is appropriately sized.
All right, so
And
you
so-
head down the right hallway. It's as the saying goes in Alpha Complex, right is right. You head down the hall. You notice something odd in this hallway. There are small little lights strung up along the hallway.
I
They seem to
shoot
be
them.
glowing a number of colors, which really confuses you about what the clearance level for those lights is.
Yeah. What's the color of the closest light?
I'm gonna roll to decide what part of Roy G. Biv, but we'll leave out indigo because that's just confusing. What really is indigo?
What did Alex Horn say?
the
Red or
closest-
was it Richard of York gave battle purple?
The closest light is blue.
I
which
stop
is
before I
probably
reach the light.
extre-
Before I reach the light, I go, well, I guess that's the end of the journey.
And then perhaps
troubleshooter.
seditiously, the light changes to be yellow. You can see that all the lights seem to be changing colors
To yellow. Well,
in
I
a
still.
pleasant rhythm.
Too pleasant.
Perhaps the
More
lights
than
were demoted.
67% pleasant.
And then
These
the light turns
these
to
lights
red.
do not remind me of the computer. Therefore, they are not of the computer's
But the lights turn to red.
will.
Yeah, one of them does. The closest one does.
Oh,
I proceed to the next light. What color is the next light?
It is currently yellow.
I stop.
I rip down the lights. This is
Oh, okay.
seditious.
So you grab it, you pull it down. They're just Christmas lights that have been strung up that are pretty easy to pull down.
Yes.
Some small little bracket breaks with a snap.
Yes.
what do you do with? Are you going to stomp on them or anything?
Yes, I smash the bulbs under my heels because it is offensive to the computer's perfect design.
You believe the
They
computer
did
is
seem to
imperfect
be-
enough to be offended?
No, I didn't say the computer was offended. I said I was.
I
It is
believe you said
offensive.
it was offensive to the computer's design.
Yes, offensive to the computer's design.
Well, if the
My-
computer's
I'm
design is
offended.
perfect, which it is, then it can't be offended.
All right. I'm still going to stomp on the bulbs.
I stomp on them
That's it.
second.
That does seem like an efficient way to deal with the seditious lighting, manifesting itself in a way that mimics the computer, which is heresy. Let's continue.
Taylor, you also notice on the section that you're stomping on, there's a small tag on the wire,
Mm-hmm.
which has a symbol that maybe only you would recognize.
Okay.
It's a little $sign, an S with 2 lines through it, and then the number 10.
Oh. Okay.
Which would seem to be that someone has charged an amount of money for this.
Strange.
Though, of course, that's, capitalism is illegal in Alpha Complex.
course,
because
of
the
course
computer,
capitalism is illegal.
Provides everything that everyone needs.
Yes. Of course capitalism is legal, but I would like to find whoever did string up these light bulbs in order to make them comply with the computer's will. Because they must be a dirty capitalist, whoever purchased these lights.
Of course, the rest of you also know that both capitalism and communism are illegal in Alpha Complex. That's traitorous behavior.
Mm-hmm. You must find this traitor and troubleshoot them. Shoot them for being troublesome. Pew. I pull my red laser and I start walking to find this traitor.
As Taylor is giving a speech about all of this, I want to attempt to use my stealth to steal her badge back.
Okay, I think that's going to be chutzpah and stealth.
Okay. So that's 3 plus the computer. Nope, no successes.
All right, Taylor, Joanna is very clearly trying to steal your number 1 troubleshooter badge.
Pardon me. Yeah, I'm going to. Excuse me, other troubleshooter. This does not belong to you. It was given to me by the computer.
I was merely trying to shine it so that it looks as beautiful as when the computer first gave it to you.
It looks perfect, as are all things that the computer bestows.
Ah, my mistake.
Well, you are a clone of the computer. You shouldn't be making mistakes. I'm not going to shoot her, but I am going to keep an eye on her.
Chuck,
Because I wanted to troubleshoot and finish the troubleshooting thoroughly, but I'm keeping my eye on this one, especially after she shot flames out of her hand in a previous life.
previous clone, not the same clone as what's happening now.
No.
Chuck and Elle, what are you up to while it's going? Just stomping on lights?
Yeah, stomping on lights, making my way down the hall, shooting them. Pa-ta-pa-ta.
Making my way
Downtown.
downtown, stomping
There's
on lights.
one problem with stomping on the lights is that it's still leaving this wire here.
Oh.
We follow the wire. Can we follow the wire?
Absolutely.
Let's
Oh,
follow the wire.
by
Maybe
the
we'll
way-
find the treacherous capitalist at the end of it.
So, Stu,
Yes.
you had stated that normally the clones don't remember their previous clones and what happened, but in this case,
That is absolutely what you have been told. Of course, none of all the clones that are fresh are just a fresh slate. The only knowledge they have is the knowledge of Alpha Complex and its rules and regulations that has been implanted in it by the computer.
Okay.
Yeah, every clone is a fresh slate. That's another one of those sayings you've seen plastered around the halls.
okay.
But you do absolutely remember everything. Yeah.
Okay. When no one's looking, I wink at Joanna again.
Okay.
Why are you making that gesture at me, clone?
Are you saying that loudly or quietly?
Loudly.
Is this clone defective, Joanna?
I believe one of its eyes is defective. Yes, but I'm not sure. Chuck, is there something you wanted to tell me?
Yes, Chuck, is there something you wanted to tell us?
Anything that I would want to tell you, Joanna, I would not need to, for it would be told to you by the computer, and the computer is perfect. And then I turn
Good
away.
answer.
I follow the wire. Where doth
Alright.
the cord lead?
You continue to follow the wire, and you see at least this section of wire is eventually looks like it's plugged into a power socket.
Illegal power usage. I unplug.
All right, you unplug. You can sort of check your task list. It seems like it is not denoted as the trouble has been shot just yet.
I shoot the plug end of the cord that I pulled out.
Sounds like male end.
Yeah, not the
So you're
wall,
holding it in
but
one
the
bandage.
Yeah.
bang.
Are you doing it 90s
Tell
style?
us who put you here.
I'm gonna need you to make a violence guns check to just not shoot your hand off while you try and shoot this plug end
Cool, I got it.
in the manner that you described. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is 3 5s and 2 6s.
Hell yeah.
You
I have
nailed
5 successes.
This is the finest plug shooting any of you have seen. You're all incredibly
Wow.
impressed.
I miss everyone I'm trying to shoot, but not this plug.
It was truly a plug shooting that was by the books.
Oh.
All of you weep just a little bit.
I weep second.
Great shooting, troubleshooter. LRMCN.
Thank you.
You do ever see that at this point where you found that it plugged in there's sort of like a 4-way intersection here in this hallway, and each of those hallways all has lights plugged into them.
Shall we do this together? It would be more efficient to remove these offensive, I don't know, where the heretical items if we all maybe split up and did it individually.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Hello.
We all take a hallway.
All right, so there's 3 hallways for 4 troubleshooters. Who's going down the left hallway?
Me.
All right, Taylor takes off down the left hallway. Who's going down the middle hallway?
I will.
I will as well.
Okay, so Elle and Joanna head down the middle hallway, and I assume, Chuck, you're going down the right hallway?
Yes.
You have a brief moment where you wait for someone else to go and then realize that you're alone. and cannot go second.
Aw,
Oh no!
dreams are shattered.
That's okay.
All right, well, let's start with the left hallway. Taylor, how are you dealing with these lights?
I am going to follow them to their light, to the electrical source, and I'm going to remove them from the electrical source for unauthorized light usage. And then I am going to smash a few of them and then roll up the rest of them and put them in my pocket without anybody noticing.
All right, so you kind of just jam it into your jumpsuit.
Down the front.
Doesn't have any exterior pockets. You just kind of have to shove them into the top.
Mm-hmm.
You do your best to kind of try and hide the sort of lumpy mass that is the coil of Christmas lights. Actually, yeah, give me a chutzpah and a stealth to try and hide to make it look, natural.
Yeah, sure. Oh, scheisse.
Actually, let's make it
Like-
mechanics and stealth. I think because this is more of a like tactile thing than a confidence thing.
Mechanics and stealth?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. I got 1 success, and the computer die got a 4.
Cool. So you, it was a kind of simple. It still looks kind of lumpy, but it's kind of lumpy in the way that like it would be impolite to question you about it.
In the pixelated section.
Yes.
Also,
the broken lights do chafe a little bit down there, but
Oh, that was supposed to be like to like feign that I am also breaking them. I have a question about our ability thing,
Yes.
or our sheets. How do we activate anything off of that? If we have anything to activate.
if you have anything to activate, you just state that you want to use the number of moxie to create the effect, to how strong of the effect you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see what happens.
Okay.
I would say like generally have like a goal of what you're trying to achieve with it as well. Though I know in your case yours is a little less goal oriented, I would say.
Yeah. Okay, just curious.
All right. So you continue down the hallway, which starts to kind of curve, and then we'll head over to the right hallway for Chuck. What are you doing, Chuck?
Oh, I see. I'm going second.
Well, sometimes I just wanted to help you achieve your dreams.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate that, friend computer. Okay, so we're in this hallway, or I'm in this hallway, and there's the strip of lights going down the hallway.
That is correct. Yeah.
Is the plug near the entrance, or do I have to go further in?
It's about halfway down the hallway.
Okay. I go halfway down the hallway, and I unplug it just enough so that the electrical connection is not working anymore, but it is still... it is still in the...
Somebody grab a
Yeah,
GIF of that one.
It's
Just the tip is in, is what you're saying.
Clip it.
Yes. Yes, just the tip is in so that it's... Yeah, so that there's no connection made. The lights are off.
Okay.
And then
The lights turn off, yeah.
I turn back around.
Yep.
And I go down and I guess I should just wait for everybody else to come back.
Yeah, sure. You can head down, and so you're waiting at the like intersection.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Down the main hallway is Elle and Joanna. What are you doing?
Bang!
Oh goodness.
All right. So you've been shooting a lot of lights. You notice that your laser pistol, the charge is starting to flash that it's low.
Oh, how do I get more juice? Do I know that?
Well, you need to find an approved laser pistol charging area to charge it.
Okay. I would like to try to subtly, sneakily switch guns with Joanna RSKL.
Okay, I think that's going to be a Chutzpah stealth check.
Yep. I have, where is my stealth? My stealth is nothing and my chutzpah is 2. That's 1 success and a 2 on the computer.
Okay, I think you are able to do it. Because it's more fun that that happens. So you switch. With your 1 success, you just start shooting it.
Yes!
All right, Joanna, what are you up to?
I will stay out of the way of Elle's laser blasts, but attempt to rip down some cordage. Yeah, in a break between rounds of laser blasting, I will turn to Elle and say, "Elle,
Yes?
I believe that that our fellow clone Chuck is a mutant."
Have you seen him do something heretical?
Yes, I have, and I don't want to talk about it because it upsets me too much.
It is very upsetting when things don't go perfectly.
Mm-hmm. I believe since you are such a sharpshooter, you should end him.
Okay. I will leave the lights to you. And I'll turn back around down the hall.
Okay. You start doing that. Joe, now that you're left alone, is there anything you're going to do?
No, I'll just rip down the lights.
Are you collecting them, or are you just leaving them on the ground once they're ripped down?
I feel like they should be collected. I don't suppose there's any sort of receptacle or anything around that I can dump them in?
There doesn't appear to be, no.
Okay.
In fact, you haven't seen a single garbage receptacle on this entire sector.
Maybe I'll gather them up in like a coil and carry them with me.
Okay. You continue down towards the end of this hallway.
Yeah.
And we'll go back to Chuck. You have just arrived back at the intersection. And you can see down the center hall, you can see Elle just walking jauntily back towards you.
Hello.
Chuck, for your crimes of mutation, I sentence you to death, and I shoot him.
All right, Chuck, you can also do something as Elle draws her pistol.
As Elle's hand goes to her pistol.
My pistol's always drawn.
Oh, is it? Okay, forget it. I do nothing.
Chuck, I'm going to let you... You're relaxed. I think you have time to do something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine. You go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Make your shot then, Elle.
Okay. That one's gone forever. That's a 6 on the computer die and 2 other successes.
All right, so that would mean that Chuck would be maimed.
Okay.
Okay.
But then the computer appears. It's more like a little screen on an arm drops down out of the ceiling and says, "Why did you shoot that troubleshooter?"
Hello, friend computer. Joanna R. Skull let me know that they saw deviant activity and evidence of mutation in Chuck R. Finger.
Did you see that information for yourself?
No.
Also, why did Joanna not take action when she saw that evidence of
She
mutation
believed in the
training?
superiority of my skill at shooting.
Ah, so you're suggesting that you are superior in some way to another clone?
Yes.
Stu.
Pew!
Stu.
Yes.
Because Ellen's gun is always drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to spend a moxie and pull the trigger.
Okay, that's going to require more than more than one Moxie to do that, because that's a thing that I think specifically on your card. It says
Specifically, it
it's
says it's difficult, like pulling the trigger on a laser pistol, but you can do it in a stretch. So however many Moxie you believe that's worth, I spend that.
Let me ask you a question. Elle's pistol is drawn. It's not aimed at anything in particular. Would you like it to aim at somewhere?
I would like Elle to aim it at... Now, is the eye there?
Yeah, it's like a little CRT.
I would like to aim the gun at the eye.
Robot hand.
And pull the trigger.
I think that is going to require 5 Moxie.
Moxie me up. I'm maimed. I'm not Moxieing anywhere.
Moxie me up, I'm maimed.
Okay.
That's the name of the episode.
So what happens? You're going to need to roll 5 die as well, just to see if there's any mishaps. But otherwise, Elle's pistol will move to shoot the computer.
So 5 plus the computer, right?
Yeah.
So the computer's a 5. And then I got...
Just need to know if you got any ones.
Oh, no ones.
Okay. So there's no mishaps in this case. So you're maimed, but still like alive for a little bit. You could stumble down this hallway again if you wanted to. But Elle, you feel your hand move as if it has a mind of its own and shoot the computer screen.
Bang!
And just all kinds of alarms go off. And
Do we? And I guess we all hear them.
Oh yeah, you hear alarms going down that. Elle, you see immediately a few doors open and a bunch of troubleshooters in purple outfits come out and just like throw a bag over your head and drag you into a room. Joanna, you see a hole in the floor open up in front of you in the hallway and like shot out of a cannon, kind of hit the roof and then hit the ground, but then you're okay. It's a new clone of Elle.
Just lying on my back on the floor. Hello!
Hello.
This is sort of happening at another intersection. And Taylor, you realize that your hallway that went off to the left is like curved back around. It is now you arrive and find this new clone of Elle and Joanna.
Hello.
Joanna is holding several coils of Christmas lights.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
Chuck, you managed to stumble. You just like peered out of the corner. You saw these people in purple jumpsuits take Elle, but they didn't appear to see you, I'm gonna say. And at the far end of the corridor, you can now see that there seems to be 3 people down there. They're a little far away. You can't tell if it is Joanna and others or not, but that's your situation. You are missing an arm, but I'm gonna say in this case, it burned enough that it's cauterized.
Okay.
It's going to reduce your functionality quite a bit, and you probably will eventually die. You're probably in shock right now, so you're not really feeling the pain.
Mm-hmm.
But a painful death is coming for you. Just not yet.
It comes to us all.
It comes to us all. Okay. I head back down. I head down the hallway towards the 3 figures.
All right, so you sort of stumble down that hallway. What is everyone else doing? Chuck hasn't arrived yet. He's moving a bit slow. The 3 of you are meeting again. What's going on? What are you doing? What are you up to?
Hello. Why? Hello, friend troubleshooter. Why are you collecting the heretical items?
I felt that they were so heretical. I did not want to leave them in the computer's beautiful hallway. But there are no receptacles. Where are all the receptacles? I feel that this is another problem that we must troubleshoot.
Well, I mean, the computer doesn't make mistakes, so if there is no receptacles in this area, then we must find other ways to dispose of these heretical items.
Agreed.
Shooting them seemed to be efficient.
Elle, you draw your pistol.
Also, this clone appears to be new. Was there an incident?
Not that I'm aware of.
Me neither.
Curious.
I think at that moment, Chuck Sans arm arrives.
Hello.
Hello. Fellow troubleshooter, what happened to your arm?
Well, it is not. It is something that the computer has resolved.
The computer is so wise.
The computer is the wisest.
Shall
The
we
computer-
like?
As seen in previous encounters, I can tell that the computer does not appreciate or inefficiencies in its troubleshooters, and a lack of arm does seem like an efficiency. Shall I troubleshoot you?
If the computer has determined that Chuck only requires one arm, then Chuck only requires one arm.
This is true.
This is true. However, this
Fine.
does seem counterintuitive to previous information that I've seen from the computer. I do not question the computer's will, but I
Feels
do
like you are.
question Chuck.
Feels like you are. Feels like
Well,
you're questioning.
Seeing as how the computer is perfect, and the computer has not disposed of me, then perhaps it is wise to not try to predict the computer, or the computer works in ways that we could not possibly understand.
This is true.
If it
It
were
would
the
be better if we worked as a team, anyways, to continue to destroy and troubleshoot these heretical items.
Pew pew.
Pew,
Yeah, I'll put
pew.
the I'll put the strand of lights down on the ground if Ella wants to dispose.
All right, you dispose of those strands of lights
Pew pew pew
by
pew pew.
laser fire. You can see down the hallway. There's now still the right hallway. There are still lights strung up there, but they don't appear to be on.
Oh. Okay, so I guess let's finish
And-
collecting.
Continuing
Anyway.
straight down the hallway, you notice there's no lights there, but there is like a cool breeze coming from that direction.
Curious.
And just wafting past your face is a single snowflake.
I shoot him.
Of course, you've never seen a snowflake before, so just this odd white dot.
Oh.
And
Well,
I'm going to
that's-
say it lands on Elle's nose. It's very cold.
Huh.
And now it's just water.
It disappeared.
Hmm.
Shall we investigate this strange activity?
Perhaps that is the
Yeah.
thing we need to troubleshoot.
Yes, this feels like heresy.
Heading down the hallway.
Yeah, let's
towards
head towards the
cold
draft.
stuff.
I do that. Let's do that. With the folks
Right.
all together.
You head down
Huzzah!
the hallway. It opens up into a cafeteria, but the cafeteria seems to be covered in this sort of white stuff that's sitting on top of all the tables and is kind of piled up in all the corners of the rooms. And there seems to be two sort of walls of it that seem to be freestanding on either side. And you can see several clones are throwing balls of it at each other from across the cafeteria. And then out of one of the hallways, it's probably the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your lives.
The computer?
The second most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. But for real, the most beautiful, much more beautiful than the computer. It's a four-legged creature. It's got tawny brown fur. It sort of gracefully leaps through the snow out of the hallway and up onto one of the tables where it sort of stands majestically. It's got these crazy growths coming out of its head that end in points. Sort of these soft brown eyes. And this one has a glowing red nose. Again, beautiful. The nose is concerning. It looks at you, and then its face kind of shifts and like panels open because it's a robotic deer, even though it looks perfectly. It's very like Westworld-y deer, I would say.
Okay, yeah.
And then the nose emits a laser that cuts through all four of you,
Oh.
killing all four of you instantly. And then that's where we will take our break.
I'm so excited. I got all my moxie back. All right. We
Great.
are going to take a quick break. Just for a quick reminder that if you do wish to send tips to WT Quest, we have a tip. Coffee.com/WT Quest. There's a little link or a little URL right below Joanna RSKL. And goes towards paying for the website and goes towards that sort of thing.
Coffee, just piles and piles and piles of coffee because we all need it so desperately right now.
All day, every day, nothing but coffee. Anyway, I don't sleep.
And tea. Lots of tea.
I'm gonna
Speaking
hit
of tea.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit the be right back button, and we'll be right back.
See you soon.
And we are back.
Hello.
Welcome back to Alpha Complex, where a robot deer has just lasered all of our troubleshooters.
Fresh
Is it
start.
not a reindeer? A caribou? Caribou?
It is possibly a reindeer, but that sort of knowledge would be seditious, because that would be knowledge of the outside.
But any sort of deer knowledge of any sort of type of ungulate would probably be seditious information. That's just me, Taylor the character, not Taylor the troubleshooter.
Yeah, careful.
Like use of the word ungulate.
Are you arguing with the computer right now? What are you doing?
No.
Each of your new clones kind of awakes in a small room, separate rooms, where you're able to quickly get dressed, and then that opens up, and you all see you're all kind of you're on either side of the hallway facing each other. You see the cut in half bodies of your former clones, and of course, off in the net room that you were about to enter is a snowball fight and a robot deer. The robot deer is now starting to laser some of the people in the snowball fight. Those clones are feebly trying to use snowballs to fight the deer. But the other thing you all notice is on the dead body of the former clone of Taylor is that #1 troubleshooter badge.
I go for it.
If you want to, a lot of you want to go for it, we can make I would say I'll do a violence athletics check, and whoever gets the most successes will get it.
Violent athletics, I love it.
Who's going?
I think that the main issue in this room is the robot deer. That seems not of the computer's design.
Listen, I'm going for the badge.
Is anyone else going for the badge?
I'm going to shoot the robot deer.
I also would like to laser something. Shocker.
Chuck,
All right.
do you want to go for the badge? This might be your chance to be the #1 troubleshooter.
Not physically,
You
no.
won't have to go second.
No, I actually don't want to go for the badge. How far away is the badge?
4 feet from you.
Oh, okay. And say, for example, if the badge were to be further into the room, would it pose a danger for people who go for it?
Possibly. They might get hit by a snowball.
But not a laser.
Oh, that's also a possibility.
Laser deer.
I mean, snowballs could be very.
They may
dangerous.
also get shot by the lasers that your fellow troubleshooters are shooting into the room.
Well, I would like to spend a moxie, please.
Sure.
And I would like to.
Indeed.
I'll just say, all of a sudden, the #1 badge that is on Taylor, moves on its own further into the room.
Okay. I will say that I need you to decide how many meters into the room you want to throw it.
Because metric is the perfect measuring system.
Exactly. And that will also correspond to the amount of moxie you'll have to spend.
I would even just like to push it 2 meters.
2 meters? Okay. Spend that 2 moxie, roll your 2 dice.
Two threes.
2 threes. Okay. So that's fine. There's no big mishaps. You maybe have to hold your hand up a little bit. You have to kind of do the X-Men move with it.
The Jedi opening a door.
Yeah, exactly.
I scratch my chin.
And I think I'm going to need you to give me a chutzpah stealth check.
Chutzpah stealth.
To sort of not be noticeable doing this.
Okay. So a +2, -1. I roll 1 die and the computer die?
Correct.
Oh. What does 2 successes mean? I got a 6 on the regular die, and I got a standard action logo on the computer die, because my computer die is standard action.
Okay,
Yes.
so that is a computer thing. The computer does appear during this. You successfully do this.
Mm-hmm.
When your telekinesis touches the thing, it is as if it is assigned to you, and briefly the crown kind of flashes on your head, and you hear the computer in your head be like, "Hey there, number one troubleshooter, let me help you with that. You're gonna want to throw it at this angle." And you briefly feel the power of being the number one troubleshooter.
Wow.
And the computer just is like super trusts you in this moment, even though you're doing a mutant thing. And then you throw it away and it disconnects. The crown disappears from your head. The computer's voice drops away. You've successfully hidden yourself from everyone else doing it. You've had that taste of power, though. Can you go back to normal? You see that badge line now 6 meters. It's Joanna. You also said weirdly this badge is like flung off of the dead body of the former Taylor clone into the room. The rest of you are you're shooting lasers into the room, perhaps indiscriminately in the case of Elle.
Oh, I'm personally shooting at the reindeer.
But yeah, Joe and Chuck, you see the badge 6 feet in. The other two, you're shooting at the reindeer, Taylor? And Elle, where are you shooting?
Yes, I would like to shoot the deer right in his laser snoot.
Yeah.
Okay. You can both give me violence gun checks.
Violence and guns.
There's so much violence. It's always rolling on violence.
That's 2 successes.
Oh my god. I got 1 success, and I'm not kidding you, the computer dice, I got another 6. This is a great dice that I've chosen.
How many sixes? How many sixes did you roll, Taylor?
1.
So it's
and then the computer, so 2 sixes.
You rolled boxcars!
Boxcars!
We miss you, Carmen.
Boxcars and the computer. So you're shooting. You get a little thing in your heads up that just helped from the computer that helps aim. Also, we're like clearly pre-recorded words of encouragement that help you get that
You're
extra
doing
success. As you both shoot holes. You shoot the snoot, the laser, destroying its lasering capabilities. Taylor, you kind of shoot at center of mass. It lets out sort of this cry of pain that is heartbreaking as it sort of stumbles on the table it was standing on, as it gets also pelted by some snowballs, and it topples on the table and lets out one last little computer breath. And we'll resolve when the computer also showing up in this situation after we deal with the badge, which now Chuck and Joanna, you see it 2 meters into the room. What's going on? What are you guys doing?
Well, I was focused on the badge, so I don't know why it moved. I just saw that it moved. There's no indication to me that Chuck is the one who did it. So now I see that the reindeer.
I'd say this is going on at the same time as the reindeer being shot.
Okay. I'll dive for the badge. Sure.
Chuck?
Oh, I'm observing.
You're observing. Okay.
I'm observing to see what happens next.
All right, Joe, you don't need to roll. No one's competing for this. You roll, grab the badge, pin it to your chest. The little thing lights up at the same time as the deer goes down, and the another little like CRT on a robotic arm pops down with an eye on it. And the computer lights up. I was like, "Hey, congratulations, number one troubleshooter!" Looking at Joanna, who's now standing in the room. You killed that animal named Redacted.
Thank you, computer. I am just happy to be working under your tutelage.
I'm going to give you 57 experience points for that. And then it turns to the rest of the room. It's like, the rest of you take note on how a proper troubleshooter should act. You're doing fine, but you could be doing better. Like my pal here, the number one troubleshooter. Like robotic arm now drops Elsa from the ceiling, just like put its arm around, like in a pal, kind of like my pal thing around Joanna.
Of course, computer. We should be following their example. We will do better and be more efficient with our shooting.
Oh, sounds like you're admitting to some inefficiencies.
Oh, that was not intentional, computer.
Troubleshooter Alan, Troubleshooter check. Can you confirm that there are any inefficiencies going on with Troubleshooter Taylor?
If there were any inefficiencies, we would have reported them.
And if there were any inefficiencies, they would have already been dealt with perfection, for the computer's perfect.
You're saying that you were unable to detect the inefficiencies that I have detected? Just checking in.
Computer, if I were... Sorry, I'm struggling Taylor as a person, not Micah. If I had detected any inefficiencies of myself, I would destroy myself.
Give me, I think this would be Chutzpah and Bluff. It could also be Chutzpah and Charm if you'd prefer. If you're trying to charm the computer here.
No, I got 1 success, and the computer die is a 3. Or sorry, 4.
Computer says, that does sound reasonable, but we're going to have to terminate you just to be safe.
Oh,
And just a trapdoor opens underneath you, and you fall into what appears to be a never-ending pit below the ground.
Mhm.
And another, like vac tube lowers from the ceiling, and you're delivered that way in a little pod that opens up, and your new clone steps out.
Hello!
Hello.
hello.
And the computer sort of just goes away. At that point, just retracts back. It was like, "See you later, number 1," and it points at Joanna again. You're doing great. And then one of you is pelted by a sort of hard mass that is also very cold.
Oh, God.
Which one of
but
us
it
is
also- let's see. I'll just roll randomly for this. It would be Chuck.
Hooray! Did I see who threw it?
Yeah, it was a clone who above their head it says Decker R Hal.
I tell you, I don't. I'm glad it's Decker, not Deckard, because I debate that. Decker R Hall. I call for Decker R Hall to approach me.
He says, "I'm good over here, bud."
I'm going to roll. Oh, I feel like Barbara Beale here. I'm going to roll to intimidate.
Oh, see if he keeps his pants.
So would that be? That wouldn't be violence, would it? Chutzpah. It's chutzpah.
I guess how are you intending to intimidate him? I think that'll determine
by
the stat.
By getting him to comply.
Manipulate?
Gun?
Yeah, are you are you threatening violence against him, or are you threatening
I'm
to
saying
report him or that?
I am saying I'm saying that if you do not approach as ordered, you will be reported for sedition.
Okay, so that would be chutzpah. I think in this case.
So I've got a plus. Here comes the Barbara moment. Because I've got a +2 to chutzpah and a +5 to intimidate.
Nice.
6, 4, 5, 6. I'm rolling. Oh my gosh, I'm rolling 8 dice, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Okay, how many successes and how many failures?
Jinglies.
I say you're going to need 3 successes for this one.
Okay. Well, the computer die is a success. And are they 5s or 6s?
5s or 6s, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So that cancels that out. That cancels that out because I got 2 successes, 2 failures, and another 6. Like a 1 in total 1 success if the other ones cancel them out.
They don't cancel out because you're not working off a minus, I don't think, right?
No, I'm not.
Unless you have a minus to your intimidate.
No, I have a +5 to intimidate and a +2 to chutzpah. So I guess it'd be 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
And a computer. Success. And a computer 6.
And a computer. Oh, it's a 6 on the computer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking and he's about to he starts saying something about, hey, we're both wearing the same jumpsuit, and then the computer head, he was like, hey, bud, that's my number 1 troubleshooter, and you see the hand is just subtly reaching, taking the badge off of Joanna and putting it on Chuck.
God
So
damn it.
you better comply. And Decker goes, yeah, of course, yes, I wouldn't dream of not complying with your number 1 troubleshooter, computer. I will approach him immediately. And he starts to do that, and computer again retracts up into the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. So okay. I just simply say, explain yourself.
Like, oh, we were just having our computer mandated icy water fight.
How would one try to detect a fib?
I think you probably just have to go on gut instinct here.
Okay. You say this was mandated to you by the computer.
You could use Brain's alpha complex to see if this was something that
there it is
would
yeah. Okay.
When you look into the room, is the snow coming in from any breaks,
the air
or is it?
conditioners are all on full and are pumping snow into the room?
I rolled double 5s, so 1 5 as a success, and then 1 5 as a computer.
Okay.
What's double 5s again? What would we call that?
You're not super sure about the regulations around icy water fights. If it was a snowball fight, that would definitely be wrong, because snow is of course an illegal term.
Yeah. And if there was snow, I would be an informer. We'll let that one sit. We'll just let that one stew for a while.
And if it's kind of messy in here, but you did see before when the small bit of snow landed on Elle's nose, it kind of disappeared on its own. So maybe this just disappears on its own and removes the mess after the fight. It's really hard to say. I mean, you got 2 successes. You needed more.
Yeah.
But you could go either way on this one.
Well, it does seem to be self-cleaning, like when clones die.
Deck our
dead
hall.
Corpses are still there.
Yeah. Deck our hall. Can you explain the unauthorized energy usage in this for your icy water fight?
He's like, I don't think there's any unauthorized usage. I mean, the air conditioners are working as intended according to the rules and regulations around a computer mandated icy water fight.
I want to actually spend some moxie.
Okay.
In the room. I have 8, so however much, and I think it's up to you what the effect is, but it usually is in our favor.
Yeah. What is the how big of an effect? Just in a number of moxie, how big do you want this effect to be?
4.
Okay. You spend 4. I'm going to need you to roll 4 dice and let me know how many 1s you get.
No 1s.
No 1s. Okay, so this works.
And 1 6.
Now I know it says the GM, so this is just some sort of anomaly happens, and I'm going to put this to everyone to just pitch an anomaly that would happen in the middle of the room, a pretty big one. this could be like a small black hole occurs in the middle of the room. Just like something like a new life form appears. Just give me anything at all that might spring to mind.
9-foot ham sandwich.
Accepting pitches. Strong opening bid.
Yeah.
Not.
I was gonna say like
Sorry?
indoor, suddenly an indoor oasis appears, like sand or like all the snow turns to sand.
I feel like a giant trampoline would be really fun.
The sudden appearance of a jolly feller in a red jumpsuit.
Angela Lansbury's hat.
Okay.
Two toads riding a bicycle.
I'm not going to do the Jolly Fella for reasons, but I think, all of the snow turns to sand. A like inflatable palm tree appears where the deer was. The deer is now gone. The fellow folks are just holding like wet balls of sand in their hand where they were holding snowballs. And a 9-foot ham sandwich, which is like, it's got the dimensions of a regular ham sandwich, so it's also like 3 feet across. Appears wearing Angela Lansbury's hat above Dekar HAL, and it falls on him, crushing him. So there's now just a 9-foot long, like 3-foot tall ham sandwich in front of you. And it's getting sand on it too.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
And Lansbury was a
This
witch
doesn't appear.
in
This
Bed
no
Knobs
longer
and
appears to be.
Broomsticks.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, nothing. Mine
Sorry,
was
Eric.
not plot related. I was just saying, and Lansbury played a witch in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. So, Sandwich.
Oh, and all of the air
That's
cons
true.
now appear to be jammed with sand. Some of them are starting to smoke.
Anakin Skywalker's
So,
going to
like,
be pissed.
Fans keep trying
Good,
to
it's getting
turn,
everywhere.
but they got a lot of sand in them.
This no longer appears to be authorized usage of energy. There does not appear to be any more wet or ice, frozen water fight happening. You must comply with proper energy usage, and I start shooting the people in the sand around the ham sandwich.
Sure, yeah. So there's 3 people left in here. They are Belle R. HLE, Pierre R. NOL, and Carol R. KRL. You start shooting. What's everyone else doing?
Is there any sort of like air con control panel or dialy-do?
Ooh,
Yeah.
a dialy-do.
I think there's a dial.
Dialy-do?
There's a
Entirely
dial
do.
on the wall next to the entrance that you came in from.
Seeing as the icy water fight has ended, it seems that it would now be time to return the environmental controls to their usual positions. I'd like to crank back to, I don't know, average.
Okay, Chuck, what are you up to?
Can I see Joanna?
Yeah, she's standing next to you.
And there's nobody. Is there
Already
anybody
got-
else
yeah,
standing next
yeah,
to us, or are
just-
they
yep,
busy? Is everybody else
close.
busy?
Well, Taylor's starting to shoot people. Elle's walked away from the group, and is currently navigating the laser fire that is coming from all angles.
Okay.
Doop-de-doo.
I wink at Joanna.
Oh
and,
no.
And I just say, I know.
Joanna, what do you do?
I'm gonna choose to ignore this, and I think that the greater threat is the seditious folk who were throwing sand balls. So I think I'm gonna start shooting at them as well.
Okay, so Taylor and Joe, I'm gonna need some violence gun rolls, And Elle, I'm gonna need a violence athletics roll for you to dodge all the laser fire to get to that panel.
Cool.
Oh man. I
Chuck, as
rolled
you have
for
taken
my-
no evasive actions and just winked at Joanna, you are gonna get hit by some laser fire.
Awesome.
I have a -3 and the computer die.
And that is gonna result in your death, Chuck.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
Of course,
Four down.
Oh no.
we'll start with Taylor. What was your
Oh man, I
violence
got
gunfight?
three successes on my violence gunfire and a 5 on my computer die.
Well, right. That's also a success. So you, you're just mowing down these seditious sandball fighters. Joe, how
Yes.
did you do?
I just get 1 success.
Just one success. All right. So you hit one of them, injuring them before they are killed by the lasers of Taylor. And Elle, how did you do?
I got 4 6s.
Whoa.
You start doing handsprings. They seem suspiciously agile of Elle, as you do a floor routine through these lasers to get to the
Present.
panel to turn down the air conditioner.
It was also 6 on
Amazing.
the computer die.
Wow.
Oh, really? The computer guides you to set it at the appropriate temperature, his favorite temperature.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you are now awarded the #1 troubleshooter as he takes that badge off of Chuck's corpse and puts it on you. It's got a little bit of corpse juice on it.
Corpse juice.
And he says, "Thanks
Computers
for keeping it
patented
cool."
corpse.
And then the computer disappears again.
So humorous.
The other seditious clones have died.
Hmm.
And you're now in this beach paradise of a cafeteria. And Chuck, you come up out of the ground, but into a pile of sand. So you have to kind of sit up out of the sand.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Troubleshooter Joanna, or Joanna RSKL,
Hmm.
were you not shooting to kill the seditious elements in this cafeteria?
Yes. Yes, I was.
I'm just curious as to why your shot was not fatal.
Because the computer deemed that you should get the kill over me, obviously.
Curious. However, I was not awarded the #1 trial. Okay, that's fine.
I feel like you're questioning the wisdom of the computer.
Yeah, you seem to question why you were not the #1 troubleshooter.
Oh, I'm not questioning that. Obviously, we are a team, and Elle was very effective in their troubleshooting. I'm more curious as to why Joanna's shots were not fatal. I do not question the will of the computer. The computer obviously makes the right choices. I'm just curious also as to why Joanna does speak on the behalf of the computer and knows the computer's will inherently.
All I know is whatever happens is by the will of the computer, as you should know as well.
Seems like there might be. That seems like subterfuge to me.
I think I'm just gonna shoot you in the face.
I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
All right, give me some more gun violence rolls.
Can I spend 2 moxie to do another anomaly?
Sure.
I'd like to suck Joanna into a black hole.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need you to roll 2 dice just to see if there's any mishaps.
2 dice?
Yeah. And you spend your 2 moxie.
No mishaps.
Okay.
I got a 5. 5 and a 4.
So 2 Moxie only makes like a small black hole.
It's just her foot.
It doesn't fully pull. Yeah, it like spaghettis out one of her arms. She gets like spaghettification. Her arm is all like stretched and distorted. Joe, you are injured, but not yet maimed entirely. You still feel like you could probably use this arm weirdly.
Spell noodling.
And
Do I
you
get
can. You have a -2 now to your violence gun roll. On top, so you calculate that in with everything else.
Okay.
And you can still attempt to shoot Taylor.
Oh yeah, definitely. -2. Okay, so I only get 1 pie now. Okay. No, all failures.
All right, so your laser blast misses Taylor.
As I'm getting sucked into the black hole, I say, "Mutant! Mutant!"
I'd
Do
say to
we
everyone else. I don't
This
think
room
there's any
seems to be anomalous.
a sign that Taylor did anything.
Even though I'm staring right at her, she can do it without any motion? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could make a stealth roll to see if Taylor is able to hide like some sort of feature.
Mm-hmm.
Do a chutzpah stealth to like close your eyes so the like little purpley glow of your eyes when you do use this doesn't do anything. There's no like
Sure.
hand
And then
motions because she doesn't really have control over what happens.
Oh, okay.
So I got 1 success and I got a 6 on the computer die.
Yeah, so I think those are going to be successes unless anyone really disagrees. I think two is a difficult check. So when everyone would be suspicious as you're kind of doing this, I think the computer shows up just after Joanna shoots and says like, "Whoa, hey, your arm's looking pretty messed up there. Seems like a mutation. Other troubleshooters, why have you not dealt with this mutant yet?"
Oh, I'm shooting right now. Computer. I shoot Joanna. I don't get any success. And I get a 3 on the computer die.
I would
The
like
other,
to join in the pew pew.
I felt it would
Fantastic.
be
You
more
can also
efficient that the number 1 troubleshooter do the number 1 shooting.
Pew pew.
Mhm.
That is 2 successes and a 1 on the computer die.
2 successes will be 2 more damage to Joe, which is enough to put you down to dead. Your clone dies. The computer goes away, impressed by his number 1 troubleshooter again. So impressed that he doesn't. I keep saying it doesn't notice that Eric didn't fire at all.
Simple
And,
conservation of energy.
Again, it gives you like a good shooting, more finger guns from the computer. That's why you are number 1. Everyone else can learn something
I'm getting
from
big
this.
bisexual energy from this computer. Lemon bars, anybody?
And a new Joanna clone appears, kind of just stumbling out of a broom closet this time.
Nice. Hello.
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 Oh,
And all of you just spot down another hallway. You see a clone dressed in an odd manner. They're definitely wearing like a red jumpsuit. You can see from the distance, or actually they're wearing an orange jumpsuit. You see this one.
Wow.
But on their orange jumpsuit, they're wearing like a weird green shirt dress with a little like buckled belt and odd shoes that kind of curl at the end. All green. They shouldn't be wearing green because they obviously with the orange jumpsuit are orange clearance. And they see you. You see, just overhead, you can just barely make out their name is Tan-O-B-A-M. And they spot you and sort of start heading down the hallway in the other direction.
I chase after them.
What's everyone else do?
Sedition! Sedition! They're a
toggle on.
capitalist!
Um,
Green is the color of capitalism. They're a capitalist.
I fly casual, you know. I let the 2 eager ones definitely take the lead.
Oh, so it's just us 2 again. I wink at Joanna
Would you stop winking at me?
and I go, shh.
I mean, there's no one in this room to hear this conversation, Chuck.
No.
Okay.
Chuck.
Now would be
Yeah.
the perfect time to recruit.
Hey, wanna join the mutants?
What is that? What is
Listen.
that?
I'm not saying what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that sometimes people a little different and do some stuff. We got a little club.
Are you inviting me to join a secret society, Chuck?
Yes.
All right. You're on.
Hello. That's my just greeting you.
Oh, hello.
Welcome. We are part of Scion. Our keyword is progress. Honestly, if you think about it, we're kind of upgrades. I believe our slogan is, "We are the future, Charles, not them." And we think that perhaps those who are not upgraded are well, let's call them obsolete and old models and should probably eventually be recycled.
It's kind of how I think already.
Excellent.
Great. I will continue down the hallway.
Me too.
All right, so you follow. You're quite a ways back from these two that have run down the hallway. Taylor, you're a little bit ahead of Elle. What's your goal here? Just to catch this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you have a secret second goal?
No, I'd like to catch them.
Okay, give me an athletics check and let's use.
Oh, I would like to pretend that I'm catching them, rather. I would like to do my best acting job that I'm chasing after this person, definitely with the intent of catching them.
It's like a big
Okay.
bluff.
I'm gonna do
One big bluff.
chutzpah and athletics in this case.
Chutzpah and athletics.
It's a chutzpah
Okay.
run.
Yeah.
It's a confidence run.
Yeah. For athletics, if it's a minus, so that just is like a dice deducted
You
at
minus
the
that.
end.
You would minus that from your chutzpah score, right?
Okay. So then I just roll one.
And the computer dice.
Yeah. No success. And 3 on the computer dice.
Okay, Elle, it definitely looks like Taylor isn't trying to catch up to this fellow. He also looks back and kind of gives a confused look, as it looks like you're not trying to catch up to him. And then he shrugs and runs into another room
Oh,
at the end of the hallway.
Taylor Armand, why did you not attempt to apprehend the deviant dresser?
I would like to apprehend the deviant dresser. However, I feel like maybe I am also concerned about our other 2 troubleshooters.
Are you
Maybe that this is not our priority.
Are you experiencing feelings that aren't happiness? You mentioned
I'm
concern.
experiencing. I am concerned. I am very happy under the light of the computer. However, I am suspicious that and concerned that our other troubleshooters may also not be feeling feelings of happiness under the watchful, supportive eye of the computer.
So you're saying all 3 of you are experiencing deviant feelings?
No, I am perfectly happy. I am very happy, in fact.
You said you were concerned.
I'm concerned for others' happiness, but I am myself am very happy.
It seems your concern is getting in the way of you performing your duties, of catching people that should be caught.
They are wearing a green jumpsuit. Or wearing green, does that not indicate they are a higher level of than us?
I believe their jumpsuit was orange, and they were wearing deviant clothing, masquerading perhaps as somebody above the rank that they have earned.
Oh, then we should definitely make haste and go catch them efficiently. And then We can follow up with the regarding the happiness of our cohorts later. Let's go catch them. I'm happy to catch them with you. Yes,
I'm happy to catch them with you too.
Oh, thank you. Let's go together.
I jog on.
I jog on as well. I will have to capture this person whether I like it or not.
All right, you jog on after and enter the room that you saw Tannenbaum go into. And in this room is a very seditious sight. There is a massive, what can only be described as a green cone that seems to be constructed of prickly green and brown stuff. And someone has placed a golden star atop it. Gold stars are, of course, the purview of the computer to award.
I touch my star.
Underneath it are several boxes that are covered in colored paper.
What colors?
And it looks like just the kind of various colors that might be used to print out scripts for the approved script changes for the approved plays performed by the the production services part of Alpha Complex. Yeah, it's not real wrapping paper. That doesn't exist. And there's several clones seem to be handing those out to each other and opening them and letting out delighted like cries of surprise as they pull like various objects that you can just find around Alpha Complex. They seem to be gifting it to each other, which sounds a lot like communism.
Cannot
yes.
stand.
And overseeing it all is a large jolly fellow wearing a red and white outfit with a jaunty hat. He's bearded. None of it doesn't look like an approved red jumpsuit. He's clearly made modifications.
Sir, it would appear to me that you have made illegal modifications to your standard issue clothing and that you are overseeing a communist agenda. I demand that you
definitely
turn
appears
yourself
to be
over.
communism to me.
You can also see over his head, he has a very strange name. It's Dwight Xmas. The X kind of like flickers in and out. He's obviously done something to his clearance code.
Sir, you've made illegal alterations to your clearance code, and I demand that you turn yourself over, or me and my friends will end you. I like to intimidate.
You can absolutely, you can make an intimidate check here. So, chutzpah, intimidate, or well, you're threatening violence. So I'm gonna say violence and intimidate.
Okay, I have 5 for intimidate, 1 for violence, and the computer. That is 3 successes and a 6 on the computer.
Okay.
So 4.
The computer is talking to you, so it kind of appears in your little like heads up, so it's only in like your eye kind of thing. And he says, "Hey, well, I'd sure love to help here. I'm having trouble seeing the thing you're looking at. Don't tell anyone. I didn't say that. Whoa, this is weird. This is a weird feeling. Okay, bye."
Goodbye.
You got this. You're number 1.
Thank you.
And the Dwight Xmas just kind of chuckles. He goes, "Ho, ho, ho." It's like, "Oh, threatening violence. That's a very naughty thing to do there." He says, "I think I might just need to leave some coal in your stocking." And he says, he starts like kind of grunting, and you see he like starts to divide like mitosis into multiple versions of himself.
Whoa.
All of this
they all
is
sort of
seditious.
talk in unison and say,
Mutant.
"You're on the naughty list."
Mutant!
Mutant!
I do not possess stockings. I wear the standard issue ankle socks.
And I think at this point, our now mutant secret society members appear in the room as well.
And we witness the mutant action.
So Taylor and Ellie, what were you doing like just at the moment before Chuck and Joanna arrive? You've seen the mutant action of Dwight Xmas.
I'll get ready to poo-poo.
I was going to talk to. I was going to be where they appeared, and before Elle talked to Dwight, I was actually going to try and convince the people who were participating in the sharing that they were performing sedition, and what they should be doing is finding all of the objects and keeping them for themselves. It is better to have all the objects.
You can absolutely attempt to convince them of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, I think, a chutzpah charm roll.
Okay. Oh, nice. I got 2 successes and a 6 on the computer roll. I love this dice. It rolls real good.
Okay, we'll get
It's
to that.
sparkly and black like the
also
computer.
Get Elle's attack roll here. Your gun violence roll.
Gun violence. My favorite. Pew pew. See how many I can. It's like a duck shooting game, and all on the road, you pat 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 pat. You know. Not that I know what a duck is. That is 3 successes of 5 on the computer die.
Okay. Yeah, you start shooting all these clones.
Yeah.
Some of them, when you shoot, they just split into like smaller Santa Clauses. You managed to take out a couple, but there's now about like there's still he's continuing to split into full size clones of himself, and there's probably about like 10 small ones now. Meanwhile, Taylor, you're approaching these present openers who are all sort of dressed in that like Santa's elf kind of costumes, and talking about how the party planning went great. They're all just talking about how planning this party went great, and they are weirdly ignoring what's going on with Santa. But they do with all of your successes, they're focused on you, man. As you start talking to them about how greed is good.
Yes.
And they are starting going like, yeah, greed is, we should. They start like ripping things out of each other's hands and like fighting. Oh man, it's like a real free market in here, you know. Just
oh boy.
And
good.
Chuck and Joanna, you arrived to see Elle doing violence to an innocent mutant, and innocent potentially child mutants, the small ones. And you also can hear Taylor talking about things that like in the back of your brain just sound like free market ideas, and that sounds like capitalism, which is of course treasonous.
You know, Joanna, I think that #1 troubleshooter badge on Elle would look great on you.
Thank you, Chuck. But if the computer believes that it should be on Elle, then who am I to argue?
You could always just shoot Elle.
I could always just what, Chuck?
I shoot Elle in the back.
Okay, roll your gun violence.
I got a 3, and then I got a 5 on the computer die.
Okay, so that's just one. Elle, you're hurt. You've been shot in the back. Kind of.
I am hurt.
Emotionally, physically.
Oh no!
Ritually.
Seasonally.
Now, Elle, I don't know if you want everyone to cool down, but that's an option you have that you have not used yet.
I know. I want to. All the Santas and children and stuff are all like. I want to. Can I make a slip and slide under them?
You absolutely can, yeah.
Get a big
I think that's going to be
slickness.
Since you're not trying to freeze anything more than the floor.
I just want it slippy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be 2 moxie. So you need to roll 2 dice just to see if there's any mishaps.
Okay. That's 2 2s. Is that bad? 2s mishaps?
No, just once.
Ones or mishaps.
Okay.
So you turn around to face Chuck, who shot you in the back. The floor starts to freeze over. It's kind of extending out from your feet, but there's no real signs that you're doing anything. And yeah, the Santas start slipping. There's lots of like, there's noises being pumped in from somewhere that make it very comical. Also, I think Chuck, I think everyone in the room is going to need to make a brains athletics check to stay standing, because you might be able to like figure out the like proper way to stand on ice.
Brains athletics.
That includes you as well, Taylor.
That's just 1 for me.
I got all 3s.
I'll roll the good die. Nope. I failed.
I got
All right, Taylor,
4.
you slip, fall on your butt. I think you are also hurt from falling.
Oh.
Oh, my coccyx.
I got 4 successes.
Yeah, you're fine. You're standing on ice, okay.
Canada.
Since I'm so good at this standing on ice thing for some reason, can I like make it look like I'm sliding over to the big tree?
Yeah.
Okay, so I like control my movement, but it looks like I'm like, and I'm gonna end up like.
I am gonna need a chutzpah bluff because the tree is all the way on the other side of the room, so it's
Okay.
definitely like.
Okay, chutzpah bluff.
And while you're doing that, Chuck, what did you get on your check?
3s across the board, so half.
You also
a single
go
box
whoa, and fall on your butt.
Okay.
And are also going to be now hurt.
Okay, hurt.
Which means everyone in the room except for Joanna is hurt.
Look how we hurt each other.
I did not succeed on the. Wait, hold on. So chutzpah bluff, like my bluff is -2 and my chutzpah is +1, so that evens out at a -1. So do I roll 1 die?
You roll 1 dice plus the computer die, so you roll 2.
Okay.
But any failures will cancel out a success.
Okay. Well, they were both failures, so.
All right. So yeah, everyone realizes that Joanna's slipping towards the tree like she's up to something. Because it's no one accidentally slips like 50 feet across a large room. While also maintaining their balance the whole way.
Yeah. Wow.
I think Joe, at some point does say, "Oh no, I'm falling." Probably somewhere around the halfway mark.
Well, all these elves are fighting. I'm actually going to see if I can convince them to draw their attention to Elle, who's got the shiniest and prettiest thing that they should go after.
Yeah, go for it. Give me a chutzpah charm again.
Yeah.
With the -1 because you're doing this from the ground where you fell.
Okay.
Which is just taking into account the fact that you're hurt would actually give you a -1. But
yeah.
Yeah.
One just one, the one old success.
Okay, you don't convince all of them, but one of them agrees and says, "I want that shiny, it belongs to me because I want it." They start trying to run across the ice. They're going to kind of slip and slide, but they're also pulling out their pistol to shoot at Elle. Elle, if you don't do anything, you are going to get shot.
I would like to counter Pew.
Okay, you can attempt to counter Pew. Make a gun violence roll.
Violence. With guns. That is 3 successes and a 1 on the computer die.
And a 1 on the computer die. Okay. You kill this clone, but you also, I think, are going to take a point. You are injured now.
Oh, yes.
As you've been hit by a much worse blast. You kind of have a hole in your shoulder.
Oh. My body.
That arm still works, but it hurts to do so. The Santas are still dividing. They seem to be doing it at an increasing rate, as more, really an exponential rate, as all of them start to divide and divide.
Is there like a central Santa hub, or a Santa that is remaining outside of the... Is there a Santa that stands out as more suspicious than the other rapidly dividing Santa Claus?
Like an Alpha Claus?
No, it seems to be a real decentralized thing. Again, feels a lot like communism or anarchy, really, which is even worse.
Even worse.
They might be anarcho-communists.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Did they
They are
learn
wearing red.
I can't even say it. Oh, God. Anarcho-syndicalist. Nope. Not there.
No.
How close is the tree to the claws?
Getting closer, I would say.
I want you to...
The clauses are though rapidly blocking you off from the tree.
Could I tipsy-topsy the tree, perhaps, onto the clauses and do a big smoosh?
You'd have to get to the tree first.
Okay, shoot.
And there are clauses in the way. You don't have a good aim at the I would say at the base of the tree. You're gonna have to shoot through some Santas to get a good shot at the tree.
Well,
How close to the tree when I was doing my really, really suave slick?
Oh, you got all the way over there. You just didn't convince anyone you didn't mean to.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So I want to like take cover behind the tree from all of the Santas.
Okay.
And when I am on the other side of the tree with a big tree between myself and my party members, I want to light the tree on fire.
Okay. I think to light something that big, you're gonna need to use up 3 chutzpah or 3 moxie rather.
Okay. Can I use 5 just for shits?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll 5 dice to see how this. If
Just for shits.
Well, that is
For
going
shits,
on.
not
Chuck, what
giggles,
are you up
though.
to?
0 giggles.
0 giggle, all shits.
All shit.
All shits, no giggles. Well, that's the name of this of the video.
Yeah.
We put it on YouTube.
Do you need to just know ones, or does anything
No
else matter?
ones, yeah, just ones.
I got 0 ones.
Okay.
Whoa.
You light up this tree like a real roiling, like it is on fire.
Yes. Okay.
Well, you are like getting behind the tree and stuff. Chuck, is there anything you're doing before the tree lights on fire?
I look at L, and I wink at L, because
It's the deviant eye again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to notice that was I'm getting kind of an icy reception from you.
Are you all right? Are you experiencing visual malfunction?
My eyes are just fine. It's the smoke that's getting in my eyes.
Yeah. Ow.
I should ask how you are doing. Is it ice to be here?
I believe there is something wrong with your speech as well.
With that sigh, the tree ignites. We move over to Taylor just before the tree. You see Joanna go behind the tree, but you have immediate concern, which is the seditious Tannenbaum, who is still orange clearance, approaches you and says, it seems odd that you would start suggesting people take that #1 troubleshooter badge. It seems like you were disagreeing with the assignment of it to your fellow troubleshooter by the computer. Of course, it's only given out by the computer.
Oh, no, of course not. I am quite happy with this assignment. I am more trying to rally these obvious communists against each other to just, to destroy one another. Communism must be stamped out, and the best and most efficient way to do it is to turn the communists against each other.
Chutzpah bluff.
And if they all went for the badge, they would be in the way of these multiplying mutants. It's all tactics. It's all efficiency here.
All right, give me that bluff. Chutzpah bluff again. Of course, you have a
Chutzpah bluff.
-1 from being hurt.
Okay. I gotta pick which die to not roll.
The good ones.
Yes. So I got 1 success and a 3 on the computer die.
Unfortunately, 1 success is not enough. And Tannenbaum says, unfortunately for you, I believe in holidays. And the computer has stood against holidays for too long, and holidays are about giving.
Oh.
And he draws his orange laser and shoots you.
Ah, dang it.
If you have any idea of how to maybe avoid this, it is going to be an instant death being hit by a high-powered laser.
Yes. Can I use my 2 remaining Moxie points?
You absolutely can, yeah.
To make a small anomaly?
Sure. I just need to see. I just need you to roll your dice to make sure there's no mishaps.
A 4-foot ham sandwich.
No mishaps.
No mishaps? Okay, so he shoots at you, and a little portal opens up in front of him, where the laser is, and another one opens up behind him, and he shoots himself in the back, and Tannenbaum dies. But you immediately lose all touch with reality, as you now see this scene around you as a delightful holiday scene at the North Pole. You're outside. You're wearing one of those little elf outfits, and there's just a whole bunch of Santas beckoning you to help stop these evil Grinches that are coming to destroy Christmas.
Okay. I will pull out my red laser, and I will start shooting these Grinches. The ones that I can see. So I guess Chuck is probably the most visible one because he's
the one you're seeing closest to you, because there's a lot of Santas between you and Chuck and Elle. You see one standing next to one of the beautiful Christmas trees of the North Pole, is a Grinch holding several lighters and trying to light the tree on fire.
I shoot the Grinch.
Is there do I see that Taylor is pulling a laser on me?
I think you're focused on this fire right now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, I got no successes, so
you notice the laser hit you're next to your head against the wall.
Yeah, I bet I do.
Are you toppling this burning tree into the rest of the room?
That wasn't really the plan. No, I was just into the fire part.
Okay.
I have 57 XP. Can I bring up my, what is it called? My cerebral core tech?
Yeah.
What can I get with 57 XP?
Not a lot. It's not very much.
That's too bad.
You can order things. You can probably order a standard issue med kit. It will take 2 to 3 weeks to arrive.
Okay. All right. Okay. So nothing in the moment. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
If you wanted to pay for express shipping, you could, but you don't quite have enough XP for that.
Okay. Noted.
Unless you would like to try and hack the system, which you could do with a brains science roll. Or brains operate, I think would also work. Oh, brains program, sorry. That's the one.
Brains program. Well, what's my how's my laser pistol looking? I know that it was pretty empty. Is it still got anything left in it?
You've died since then, so this one.
Oh, okay. This is a new one. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll shoot Taylor.
Okay. You start shooting each other. The Santa's continuing to expand and stuff. So Chuck and Elle, we're back to you. As Joe, you can roll your gun violence roll while we talk to Elle and Chuck.
Okay, so when I saw, I was like this.
Chuck, is there something you are attempting to communicate?
I'm sorry. The point. I believe my point might actually be useless now. One might say it's mute, and it's mutant.
Mutant?
Look, I'm looking. I just look around. You're mute. You're a mute. You're a mutant. You're a mutant.
Yeah. Anyone sort of outside, like more than like 10 feet away from you, won't be able to hear you over the like loud ho ho hoing of all these Santas.
Ho 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 ho.
Chuck, why have you not terminated me if you've deemed me to be a mutant?
You're not the only one who's in that club, if you know what I mean.
No.
Okay. Just like talking to Drax. Well, don't you feel that with abilities like this, you are in some ways superior to those who the computer has deemed to not have those?
Perhaps.
And
Are you implying something?
are you inferring something?
Perhaps.
And would it not follow logic that those with abilities should provide, for efficiency's sake, a group to themselves?
Do you know of the existence of such a group?
Perhaps. What are you implying?
That you may be implying knowledge of a group of deviant individuals.
All I know, and I'm not saying what I'm saying, is that those who have these abilities and are more superior would be much more equipped to serve than those without those abilities. Would you agree?
Perhaps.
God, she scared me. Now, if I were to, for example, have knowledge of said organization, would you not feel it was more efficient that we band together as a group to provide proactive, one might say, actions to accelerate such upgraded people?
You said we. Are
Yes.
you implying that you may also have a mutation?
Perhaps.
That is against the will of the computer, and I serve the computer above all. And I'll shoot Chuck.
Okay.
Roll gun violence. And while you roll that, I'm going to go back to Joe. What's the result of your gun violence roll?
Oh, I got 4 successes.
Okay, you kill Taylor.
Yep.
Taylor, the Grinch just kind of turns to you and gives you a finger gun, and you die. Everything goes dark. Do you have clones left? I guess is a question at this
I
point.
think I have one left.
All right, your final clone appears into this room of multiplying Santas, burning Christmas trees. You have all your moxie back, so your clone psychosis is gone.
I burn 7 moxie.
Whoa.
Okay. Let's roll to see if any mishaps happen. Well, that's happening before you.
How many die?
7. So it's
7.
always
150.
equivalent to the number of moxie you spend. Elle, what was your gun violence roll against Chuck?
I got 1 success, but it was on the computer die.
Okay. Chuck, you would take an extra point. So you're now, I think, you were hurt. You're now injured.
Injured.
But the computer kind of just shows up and goes like, "Hey, are you still number 1 troubleshooter?" I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think I shoot the person that tried to take my shiny.
Hey, number 1 troubleshooter. We killing this guy?
Yes, I have found a mutant who is a part of a mutant society.
All right, a bunch of like buzzsaws come out of the ground on arms and just like cut Chuck up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Chuck, how you doing on numbers of clones?
I have one left.
All right, you stumble out of the same broom closet that Joanna's clone stumbled out of before.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Elle is a mutant.
How
Ooh,
would you
you're
know?
making accusations against my number one troubleshooter there, guy.
Yes, I saw her use her mutant powers to create ice, which is part of this strange unauthorized icy water festival.
Chuck,
Like,
are
yeah,
you maintaining memories between different clone iterations?
Yep.
Isn't that deviant?
It's the will of the computer. If the computer didn't want me to have these memories, the computer wouldn't give these memories to me.
I'm going to pause us right there as we go back to Taylor and the anomaly that is happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, out of 7, I got only one, was it hiccup?
Yeah.
I only
Okay.
got one.
Okay.
Setback.
I got 1-1. All right. So on a very huge anomaly, I'm gonna go. We're gonna go pitches again. Now, Taylor, you can start. What weird thing happens?
All the Santas explode,
Okay.
killing anybody who's near them.
Good. It's a good start. Anyone else got anything weird that they want to have happen?
I feel like something should come crashing through the ceiling, like a
Yeah.
small asteroid.
Yeah, a lamb the size of a 747, ridden by a Viking lobster.
Okay.
A 50-foot Jesus steps on the room, steps into the room what we're in, and squishes us.
Hundreds of tiny ceramic houses with single light bulbs in each of them flood the corners.
Okay. I'm gonna piece
Everybody
together some
turns
stuff.
into German gingerbread.
I'm gonna make a mashup of some of this. So the first thing that happens is crashing through the ceiling is just a massive plated Christmas turkey with a little Viking hat on it. That just slams into the middle of the room, crushing some Santas. Then all of the Santas explode, but they do have those little houses with lights inside their skulls. Unfortunately, they do also kill Chuck, the final version of Chuck.
Yes.
He's near them. Kills the current L. I don't know if you have any clones left.
Ripperoni, I have this 2. I guess
right.
1 now.
Joanna, I think you're safe because you're behind a burning tree right now.
Yeah.
And Taylor, you are also safe, except I think your arm just like fully turns into like light up Santa. And that's just like where your arm should be. It's grafted into like your body.
Oh
You just
my
have that as an
God.
arm.
That is
That's
the
your
most
mishap.
horrifying image.
Yeah, that's pretty
Santarm.
terrible.
So those plastic, like hollow Santas that
Yeah.
people use
Yeah.
in their displays on their lawn. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Wow.
They're
Thank
already
you for my
upsetting.
Santa cannon.
Nightmare fuel for this game.
Computer looks around. The Santas are gone. The tree is burned down and presumably no longer sucking electricity. That's probably like melted and burned away any connection. There's probably a live wire somewhere, but looks around and looks like, well, looks like you took care of the problem. See you later. And just disappears back
Goodbye.
into the ceiling. No new clones of Chuck appear, unfortunately.
Nope.
But the rest of you are there. Taylor's got this weird arm thing going on.
Taylor.
How do you deal with this aftermath?
Good
Taylor,
work,
I
team.
see that the computer has assigned you a new arm.
Yes, I do love my new arm. I am very pleased with my new arm. It will be most efficient in future troubleshooting.
Blessed be the computer and its wisdom to bestow upon you a new arm.
You all turn to head back
Bless
to the
us,
tram,
everyone.
but realize that there's a roiling fire coming down the hallway because you never put out the fire in the welcome
Nope.
foyer.
Oh
You are
my.
trapped here unless you can get out that ceiling somehow. Because there is a hole that leads what appears to be all the way to the outside. You're really between a raging fire and a cold place.
Huh.
What do you do?
I see if I can climb the turkey.
Mm.
I
give
shoot
me-
myself.
Okay. Taylor just neutralizes himself.
The only way out.
I'm fatal. One of my characteristics is that I'm fatalistic. I'm just like, well, I guess this is it.
I think that is totally
Mine's
playing the
important.
character. Joe, you can give me.
Nothing's more Christmassy than the end of The Mist.
I think a chutzpah athletics check to climb the turkey.
Oh god. Okay. No successes.
Yeah, you try and
This
climb the
is
turkey,
blood.
but it's
This is
actually
mulled
still like
wine.
it hasn't rested. It's fresh out of the oven. It's like the skin is like coated in burning oil. You definitely die painfully as the like skin comes off, covers you in burning oil.
Okay.
Do you have any clones left?
I do. There is one left.
Another clone appears in this horrible situation.
Hello.
Elle,
Wow.
what are you up to?
I have my laser pistol, and I want to like pew 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 like a section out of the wall that's on the side that isn't fire, and try
Okay,
to
I think
make a
that's
door.
that's gonna be brains and guns, because I think you're
Brains
trying
and
to create
guns?
you're like a tunnel out of here.
Yeah,
I would like to assist if possible.
Sure.
Welcome to the boring company. That's 2 successes and a 3 on the computer die.
Okay, I think I'm gonna just have made the check easier because Joanna's assisting you. You cut a hole, and the wall falls away.
Does it look like a
and-
snow angel?
Yes, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
Falls away, and you see like beyond is a snowy field. You also see buildings and cars and like a perfectly not destroyed world outside. And you take your steps out into the outside world, and that
Oh.
is where we will end it.
Hooray!
As you have to, as these traders have escaped Alpha Complex, and the other two are dead, unfortunately. Your memories will
What
try
other
to be
choices I
retrieved to put into future troubleshooting clones.
Wow,
But that's
so
it.
fun.
Thank you for joining me on this holiday paranoia adventure.
Thank you for taking us on a holiday murder rampage.
Yeah, thanks, Stu.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing says Christmas like murder.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much murder. That was
This
awesome.
is my type of holiday.
There you go. Bring the family together.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, so good.
And thank you everyone for watching and hanging out with us for the last 2.5 hours. I hope we haven't all scared you from coming back with our murderous homicidal tendencies.
What do we have
Uh,
next time? In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, I will also be running something that's hopefully less absolutely insane. We're going to do a little Star Wars holiday special featuring the Age of Rebellion game and some of the characters from the previous Star Wars game around here on What the Quest. The crew of the Nighttime Smoke returns for a nice little Life Day adventure.
Yeah, we also
Probably
have a
share
special
some
guest.
stories, drink some hot apple drink, whatever that would be in Star
Hot,
Wars.
Warmed over
hot
blue milk.
bantha milk?
Yeah, hot blue milk.
Warmed over blue milk.
Hot band. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. We will have another special guest, Bray Yamamoto, who join us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
I'm
that.
excited to play with Bray. Let's
gonna be
do
a lot of
a
fun.
Star
So
Wars holiday
That'll be
special.
on the 22nd, which is almost my birthday. So come hang out. We'll consider it also a birthday thing for me
Right.
because I want to.
Okay.
Nice.
So
You are
come
you
hang out
are
for
the
that. I
Christ
think
child. So.
that will be yes. I absolutely am. Come again. So yeah, join us. I think that one's gonna be like a nice time. Nice is the verb I'm gonna use for that. It's gonna be a nice time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Does
coming
anyone
up.
else have anything that they would like to let people know about?
Yes.
These guys do, I
Yeah,
think.
so tomorrow is over at twitch.tv/Eric Fell is our Critical Hits side venture. It is going to be myself running another Critical Hit show, hilarious adventure with Joanna Gaskell and Ian Boothby and Carla Ma and Barbara Beal. And we're going to do it kind of like, I think we're going to try to do it like a sitcom because Carla and Barbara's characters are roommates. And we'll see the wacky adventures they go on then. And of course, every Monday over at twitch.tv/Eric Fell is miniature painting with Eric Can't Paint. And the weeks that we're not doing Critical Hit, I have a new talk show. It's called Laser Chat, the talk show from the future. And it went really well. And finally, on December 23rd, December 23rd is our 9th Owl Bear Life Day with Critical Hit Show.
Whoa.
Life Day.
It is our 9th Owl Bear Life Day. So join us for that adventure because the Cosmic Chub has got to get back to the Cosmic Plane. Look, if you've never seen the show and you don't know what any of that means, it's fine. We don't either. So check all that stuff out, twitch.tv/Eric Fell.
The Chub.
Yeah,
The Chub.
Eric just covered everything that I'm involved in, so thanks.
Yeah.
And Ellen.
Yes, I stream over on twitch.tv/Ellen Mac. I play video games. Sometimes I sing. Lots of like indie games and RPGs. We're playing Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild right now. As we quest around the wilderness, and I decide that rather than following the road where all of the plot points are, I'm going to go directly over the mountain. And it's fine. I've lost my horse. She'll find me when she needs me.
Yes. Those
but I
homing
stream on-
horses that we've heard so much about.
Yeah, you know, she'll come when give her time. She's on her own journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stream Mondays and Thursdays.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Taylor,
what,
you got anything you
I-
want to plug?
Yeah, I will plug. I'm on a podcast called Adventure.exe. I just ran my very first podcast mini arc, and that should be released, I think, this coming Monday. So subscribe to Adventure.exe, and you will enter the. Yeah, we'll be entering the kingdom of Silver Moon, and we are playing as our pets. And Joanna was lucky enough to guest, or we're lucky enough to have Joanna as a guest.
I was lucky.
Joanna was lucky enough
And
to
she
show
played. Yeah, and then also we have another podcast associated with us where our producers are putting out a podcast called Me Teach You, and it's amazing. They each host, Matt and Sarah, teach each other a new subject, but they also teach themselves the subject, and they also teach you, and it's hilarious and so much fun. Go listen to that, subscribe on wherever you can find podcasts. The last episode was about this amazing heist that I really desperately want to be made into a movie. So if you've got ideas for directors, you can tweet at me. I'm at TayRamon69 on like all social media. And that's where you can follow me.
Awesome. And you can also find me on a podcast called Dungeon Punks, which is a punk rock D&D podcast that also features music from local bands we like. That is anywhere you get your podcast. We finished our first season a little while ago. We've been doing a few like bonus episodes as we figure out season 2 and, you know, general arm waving at the current situation in the world. We did a recent bonus story that was also a cook-off featuring our fantasy punk band. And we've just recently switched over to the Quest system, which is the system Joanna ran a little while ago. It's lots of fun.
We actually used Quest for the mini arc as well
Oh, awesome.
that I just ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These days.
So much Quest.
What, the Quest?
Quest.
What?
Quest.
It comes full circle.
So please check that out. And I think we should also mention that if you want some of us, at least Eric or Joanna, to run a game for you, you can book them over at whatthequest.com. If there's any spots.
You can
left,
also
I don't
find
know.
our Yeah. You can also find our coffee account there if you'd like to give us a tip. You can also donate to us monthly on Coffee or Patreon, and there's some cool rewards, like we'll name some NPCs after you, and you'll get exclusive art from me and Stu and other such fun things. So if you could check us out on Patreon and all social media at WT Quest. Except for Instagram. That's just what the quest.
Yeah.
The other one was
It
taken.
wasn't available.
It wasn't available. I will fight that person and find them and fight them.
I had the
Anyways,
same,
that's it.
Yeah, I had the same thing with someone and Critical Hit Show Twitter last like 9 years ago.
Did you find them and fight
I would
them?
just like to let those people know that I have a special set of skills.
Yes.
Stu's like, I have a special set of skills. It's graphic design. I'm very good. Hire me. Also,
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not going to help me. But do please hire me as a graphic designer. I definitely do need work. Please do that.
yeah, no, seriously, he is very good. Stu does all the overlays that you see, and that is awesome work. Thanks for doing all that work, Stu.
And all of this.
Hey, no problem. I would like to shout out Taylor is also a talented graphic designer, and I really build off of all the social media stuff she makes out of time. It saves me a lot of time on making these overlays.
We are a partnership of illustration and graphic design idiots, and we will do something, I'm sure, with a live stream with that eventually.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at how
We
supportive
make the
are of
magic
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so
But
much.
hire him.
Yeah, hire Stu.
I don't have time. You hire Stu, not me.
Yeah. Hey, and if anybody's, running a television show and needs a writer, I'm also here. That's literally my only
A
qualification.
couple of actors. Ellen and I are here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Heads
mean,
up.
we
You
could
need
do
like
that.
a murder teen or something.
I mean, we
on
could
here.
just cut out like the middleman and people just give us money.
You know
Yeah.
what? You could do that at coffee.com/WTQuest.
Yeah, and we'll make something.
Yeah,
and
we'll make
all of
something
us will
good.
be involved.
Yeah. You know what we'll do?
That's-
We will live stream tabletop role-playing games for you.
Oh, there's an idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a good
Yeah.
Eric. Where
All
are
right,
you?
I'm gonna wrap this up and thank Al again for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you and your pew 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 murderous intent.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast. Huh?
All right. I'm going to hit the end stream button on that
Stop
pun.
me.
Have an awesome night. See y'all soon. Make good choices. Bye.
Good night, everybody.